Welcome to beautiful Arizona, the host of the Verbo Fiesta Bowl, Ole Miss Miami Hurricanes. The vibes are immaculate, the energy is palpable, and tonight the CFP semifinals kickoff in the Fiesta Bowl. We're so incredibly lucky to be able to do this. This is Darius J. Butler, 9-year NFL vet. This is A.J. Hawk, 2-time Fiesta Bowl defensive MVP and also 1-time national champion in the Fiesta Bowl. A.J., listen, you got a lot of history in this game. It's a big one. This Ole Miss team has been defying the odds all year. Are they potentially going to do it tonight and punch a ticket to the national championship?
Well, they definitely can. I mean, I don't know if I feel about you guys all picking the U, I believe, up there in the game day set,
I was so nervous as well, yes.
Yeah, I think it's all right. You guys will be okay. But Ole Miss, their offense, obviously, Trinidad Chambliss, watch this guy all night long. I mean, not shocking news, but he and Keywan Lacey, this Miami defensive front is unbelievable at getting after the passer. But this Trinidad, if you watch him, he is a dynamic athlete that can throw the ball down the field. He scrambles to throw. I think keep his eyes down the field. If they can find a way to bottle him up and keep him in the backfield, then Miami has a good chance. But Chambliss will get loose at some point. It's just when and how often.
Yeah, Chambliss was special. Reese Davis read a stat about his game against Georgia. 748 yards he ran in that night. And, yeah, almost eight touchdowns, basically, full-length field. But D-But, this Miami team, obviously, you're very close to it. You're wearing the colors tonight. You refuse to wear a cowboy hat when they're taking on Texas A&M. We've got a chance to see them up close and personal. They're thumpers, and they're ready for the moment, it feels like.
Yeah, when you talk about this Miami team, you got to start up front. You talked about the offensive line, and that up front for the Miami Hurricanes. Ruben Baines leading the college football playoff with 16 pressures right now. His running mate, Akeem Messidor, he does damn near just as much damage. These boys are going to set the tone for that defense. And then on the back end, Keontae Scott, huge pick six last week. The week before that, Bryce Fitzgerald, 2 interceptions. So this defense will be the game-changing force in this game, I believe.
Keontae Scott, obviously special talent. They're all thumpers, man. They're all trying to hurt people. I mean, every single time. Legal, maybe on the. We'll see how the Big Ten refs are tonight, because we had a Big 12 refs, SEC refs. We'll see how the Big 10 refs are tonight, whether or not they let them play. Talks table here at Ty Schmidt, Canadian Tuxedo. You look great. Why do you look so awesome tonight, you think?
Well, not only is it the college football semifinal, 4 teams left, I kind of was just thinking, what would Pete Golding's Sunday best look like? And this is what I came up with. So I just said, what the hell? Let's wear a Canadian tuxedo.
I'll tell you what, Pete Golding's a special story. And Boston Connor, you look amazing as well. Fresh out of Miami, it appears, maybe working a little magic.
Yeah, a little bit of the pearl snaps. You know, we didn't get to wear these for Texas A&M. I figured, hey, for the SEC, for Ole Miss, for the whole kit and caboodle, might as well be here. A pearl snap shirt.
I respect it. I appreciate it. Tone, obviously, special time. First time at the Fiesta Bowl for you boys. You're going to eat the grass here because this is a pristine pitch.
Beautiful.
Pristine pitch out here.
That is saved just for the Rose Bowl. It is the first time at the Fiesta Bowl. This is a huge, beautiful stadium, and the grass that walks itself outside the stadium and they bring it back into the stadium is awesome. I heard it's got a bit of a slickness to it. We should watch out for tonight, but it is beautiful.
Who would that help? Who would that hurt?
We'll see. Look, everybody's got to deal with the same circumstances.
Pass rushers that want to get their cleats dug in the ground. It slows them down a little bit.
Let's honor the hell out of the United States of America, the greatest country on earth.
If you're able, and remove your hats in respect as we celebrate America with the playing of our national anthem. Please welcome Michael Trotter, a 2-tour war veteran, and his wife Tanya, who make up the Grammy-nominated duo, The War and Treaty.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light was so bravely we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare, their bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our
Well, hell yeah. Damn right.
That was good.
Howdy Tony, the U, college football playoff semifinals in this here United States of America. Good luck to the official. Good luck the rest of the way. Big 12 referee, obviously so dialed in. I almost just got completely stood up by him. I want you to get injured. Oh, he's going to double leg, takes me down and give me a rear naked choke. But I sprawled with the quickness of a jungle cat. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! It's gone! It's gone! It's gone! Game record.
He wreaks havoc.
D-Bot! Yeah, buddy! Crib that thing! Crib that thing, D-Bot!
Oh, would have been
it would have shook him. This ain't Texas, but
Still
You can't hold it up. Tony on the field. Tony on the field. He lost his hat. He's on the goal line.
Tony's got his feet in the paint. Touchdown. To the Verbo Fiesta Bowl. The national anthem and the American flag was absolutely electrifying. What a great group. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Good to see you. How you doing? How you doing? Good to see you.
How you doing?
How you doing?
That's what it's like.
How you doing?
You're on the field, baby.
Good to see you. Hell yeah, America. All right.
Cowboys State.
Thank you all. Honestly, I think those were mostly vets. So once you start fist bumping one or two of them, kind of anti-American not to do the rest of the group.
Yeah, absolutely.
Interesting situation there.
While they're
Thank you
carrying
to
a
all of
flag.
them for their service. They did a great job, and obviously the national anthem was incredible. Miami is about to hit this field here, and Conman, the thought about the... How are you? Thank you for your service. Yeah, all right. See?
Yeah,
have to do that.
Have to. Yeah.
Gotta do that.
Drop everything.
Hell yeah.
Sir.
Thank you for your service.
Hell yeah, gentlemen.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Appreciate you guys. Pete Golden obviously leading on the... Hey, how are you? Thank you guys for your service. Hell yeah.
Bring it in.
Yeah, all right. Love it. Love it. Love it. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. Yep. Thank you all for your service. Genuinely. Thank you guys. Sir, thanks for your service, man.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, take the field now. Mara Cristobal in the Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Mara Cristobal says, I don't mind if my team fights your team. Loves it. It's their attitude. And Ty, that's a big part of the story tonight.
Yeah, without a doubt. I guess it'll be, I mean, you talked about Miami being thumpers. Will Ole Miss be able to withstand the physicality and the pain that Miami has brought? We've watched it boots on the ground in multiple places. Texas A&M, they out Texas. Ohio State, they out Ohio. We'll see if Ole Miss can withstand that tonight.
Speaking of Ole Miss, Coach Golding is awaiting to take the field for the biggest night of his coaching life, con man.
Yeah, big time. And the whole SEC is looking down on Pete Golding, Kirby Smart, Nick Saban, everybody saying, we need you here, Pete. If they don't make the national championship, this will be the longest drought since 1999 that an SEC team hasn't played in the Natty Pad.
A lot of Ole Miss people in the building. Tone, what did the number end at, and where are most people betting on this evening's Fiesta Bowl?
So the number ended at -3 Miami Hurricanes as the favorite. Earlier today, Ole Miss was getting 56% of the bets, but when I last checked it right before the game, it had flipped to Miami getting 53% of the bets. So a little bit of late money coming on Miami at them -3.
Could have been flying into a state that you can gamble here in Arizona.
True.
A lot of money flying into this place. Tough to land planes in Arizona. It is a hot ticket here at the Fiesta Bowl. We're going to head down to the end zone. As you see, just absolute stars out for the Miami Hurricanes. Ray Lewis, Edgerrin James, and the boys head out for the coin toss. Jason Taylor's on the sideline. Calais Campbell, Greg Olson. I think Pitbull's running around somewhere. We'll see you boys on the other side as the coin toss to decide who gets the ball first. Ole Miss going to want the rock first.
Gentlemen, come in and greet each other.
out there as well, looking good. A couple finalists for the Hall of Fame, a couple Hall of Fame.
Congratulations to both teams on an outstanding season and your achievements in the college football playoff. Joining us tonight for the coin toss is the general manager of Verbo, Mr. Larry Plowski.
Hell yeah, Larry!
Tonight's commemorative flipping coin. Miami, you've been designated as the visitor for this game, and you'll call the toss. You repeat his call. The two helmets is heads, and the Fiesta Bowl logo is tails. What is your call? What did he call?
Good call.
He called tails. We're going to let it hit the ground.
I like that. Triple confirmation. Fiesta Bowl
it is
logo.
A head. Mississippi has won the toss. And they want to receive.
Yes, yes, they
Which
certainly
goal
do.
you want to kick from? Put your backs to the goal.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's good on good to start this thing. The win-a-day.
Ole Miss has won the toss and elected to receive. Good luck, gentlemen.
Yeah, this is what you could have scripted if you wanted this to be the greatest start to this game that you could have. Can Winidad and Ole Miss get off to a hot start? Have the Miami Hurricanes reel in a little bit, get them tired, or will this Miami Hurricanes team thump Winidad into a welcome to what tonight could look like, D-Bud, as this place comes alive?
I tell you what, if I'm on that Miami sideline, I want to trot my defense out first. I want them to set that tone up front. I talked about it with the playmakers up front, but those playmakers on the back end as well. And one of your teammates, Keontae Scott, one of your old teammates, AJ, he reminds me a lot of Charles Woodson. He has that type of impact on the field, getting after a quarterback, especially a mobile quarterback like Trinidad, and then making plays when the ball is in the air as well. I'm interested to see what type of impact he has on this game.
AJ, it feels like these types of games normally a little bit tight. Do you like starting on defense if you're Miami, kind of see if you can corral Trinidad?
I absolutely do. Because think if you come out on defense, you get a big 3-and-out early. Hopefully you can ride that momentum, because whoever gets the momentum early, you need to run with it. I think, I don't know, what is it, 60-40 Ole Miss fans right now? I don't know.
It feels like it's an Ole Miss crowd. Miami has this corner. Feels like they're the away team, which they would be in this particular matchup. Trinidad Chambliss is special talent. It's awesome that this college football playoff semifinal will begin with Trinidad Chambliss on the football field. D2 national champion last year, transfers to Ole Miss in the SEC and becomes a sensation, con man.
Unbelievable, Pat. Could you imagine kind of the reality check he must have as he looks around this place, sees all those fans, and realizes how far he's come? Gotta love the vibes for Ole Miss right now.
Ole Miss sideline jumping, Miami Hurricanes sideline not. Something to keep an eye on here as we kick off the Verbo Fiesta Bowl. Ole Miss has a lot of us versus the world in them. Dan Orlovsky called them America's team.
Wow. Well,
the Indiana Hoosiers are still in this thing, Dan. Have a little respect. And we're off here at the Fiesta Bowl. Touchback, Trinidad Chambliss will start at the 25. 1 year ago, this man was at Fair State up there in Michigan, his home state. He was national champion, obviously. Now, trying to take over D1. A story that will certainly inspire many that follow him, but also a story that is going to be unique to him, I believe, because of how special of a talent he was. Backup quarterback to start the season. Then he gets a shot, never lets go.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of your shot to shine. He absolutely has. Now, he'll probably be running around a lot. He has a great weaponry out there, wide receiver, from kind of 1 to 4. All guys that can make plays with the ball in their hands.
Harrison Wallace flanked way outside. Trinidad, shotgun. Lacey next to him. Comes out firing. 2, Harrison Wallace. Now, this is what Trinidad will do, Tone Diggs.
Yeah, he's going to spread it from sideline to sideline. I wonder if that's part of their game plan to get these big Miami defenders moving sideline to sideline. And now they're going to go tempo. That's what they like to do.
They need to keep this Miami defense on the field, A.J. Hawk. Gain of 4 for the first down. That's a great start. Hand off for nothing. 99. Moten Sr. limping heavy in the middle. He obviously had some question marks coming in. I think he's going down. We're probably not going to see him the rest of the game, which is obviously an incredible bummer this early, but That's what this Miami defense can do, A.J. Hawk. They can swarm and smother as Moton is down with, I don't want to be, you know, a doctor or act like I look like an ankle.
Yeah, he's been battling with this ankle for a couple weeks now. We saw him go down against Texas A&M, I believe, or Ohio State. He came into this game kind of limping, so I hate to see him down. But they're deep on this defensive line, so next man up.
They're stout in the middle. I heard Coach Saban actually on game day today talk about how square their front stays. When your front stays and they can take two and force double teams, then your linebackers can fly behind you and make plays.
Feels like Moton just tried to give it a go, and it just was never going to be good. Don't really see anything that looks like that would create an injury. Just realizing that your injury is real, it feels like, is what Moton just experienced right there. We're very proud of him for trying to give it a go tonight. Yeah. Obviously, college football playoff semifinal. If you're going to get hurt like that, that means it was incredibly painful just even suiting up tonight.
Absolutely.
Dog by every sense of the word. Tone Diggs, what was the over-under on tonight's game?
52.5 was the over-under on tonight's game, and I think that has a lot to do with Ole Miss, as tempo and how much they score, because these Miami games have been low scoring against A&M and Ohio State.
You know, cagey affairs normally, these types of things. Nobody wants to give up the big play, and if you're Miami, you're certainly going to rely on your defense to win this for you. Trinidad's going to have to do some special stuff here today for this Ole Miss team to get a win, and he has done that time and time again. Interesting stat about this Ole Miss team. First round, they played Tulane, blow the doors off them. They had already played them earlier in the season. Last round, they played Georgia. They get a huge win there. They had already played them earlier in the season. This is the first time facing this Miami team. How's Ole Miss handle it? 3rd and 4. Trinidad takes a snap out of shotgun. He's running for his life. He's throwing it away. That's Hurricanes defense.
Yeah, that's what you can expect to see probably all night long. Ole Miss, they want to get the ball out of their hands quickly. He doesn't get sacked much. You just saw it right there. He can run around and also throw the ball away. But this protection, this offensive line, this Ole Miss offensive line against this Miami defensive front. Great blitz from the second level right there from Mo Toure. Get off the field, a big 3rd down stop for Miami. I mean, that's the perfect way to start this game if you're the road team.
If you're the Miami Hurricanes and you see Trinidad and Ole Miss take the ball, then you 3 and out them, and then now there's a delay of game, it appears, or some sort of penalty.
Grounding, I believe.
Oh, intentional grounding. Okay. Love that that was called this early. Shout out to the Big Ten refs, making sure we're holding these quarterbacks accountable.
Good call. Good call.
4th and 17. Malachi Tony, one of the most electrifying players in all of ball, is in the back. Kind of a shank. Gonna have to get on top of that. Might take a great bounce. Malachi Tony stops the bleeding. Doesn't gain much, but certainly did a great job. Now we see Carson Beck and his Miami Hurricanes offense take the field. Left tackle, Markel Bell, 6'9", an absolute giant. Across the board, they're big. And they've been running the ball and checking it down very well, Debo.
Absolutely. Veteran quarterback. He's been taking care of the football. He's 23-0 when he doesn't turn the football away. And the polar opposite of that Ole Miss offense. Ole Miss wants to be up-tempo. They want to be quick. This Carson Beck offense, he's going to take what the defense gives you and be careful with the ball and then take advantage of that big play when the defense gives you the opportunity.
Mark Fletcher behind him. Big, strong, fast. Has been doing damage all playoffs. Ole Miss able to get some penetration. Mark Fletcher able to miss, dodge, duck, dive for a gain of a few, AJ.
Yeah, you got Malachi Tony already in movement pre-snap. You see they're always faking a jet sweep, faking something with him because they will give that ball to him at some point tonight.
That's a gain of 5. That's going to be tough for Ole Miss if they're going to be picking up 5 like that, Ty Schmidt.
Yeah, without a doubt. And, you know, a very easy way to kind of flip all the momentum in the crowd. This Ole Miss fan base is pretty raucous right now. If you can run the ball down their throat with Mark Fletcher Jr., that's a good way to shut them up.
That's exactly what Chris Ball wants to do with his Miami team. We're powerful. Marion in motion. He gets it out in the flat. Makes somebody miss. Avoids 2 tackles. First down, Miami Hurricanes.
That's what it's going to come down to. Can you make tackles in the open field? That goes for both of these defenses. But Keelan Marion, another reliable veteran. This Miami team, if you look at this roster, it's a lot of old wily vets on there playing a lot of big-time football. That's the way to get the ball in your playmaker's hand for a big first down.
Carson Beck has played in a lot of huge football games. This the most recent. Feels like he's always calm and confident. Motion, play action. Takes a shot from Malachi, misses him. I like that they take a shot, though, to try to open up the box a little bit, AJ.
I think he had him as well. If he was throwing that ball a little bit down the hash inside, you might have had Malachi Tony for a touchdown here over on your left.
Yeah,
Malachi getting involved is obviously huge. Go ahead, Abe.
You see him sneak behind there.
Yeah, had him right up the seam. Like you said, if he throws that kind of inside, maybe on the line, just on the wrong page with him and Malachi. Malachi hasn't necessarily made big plays on offense throughout this college football playoff. He had the big punt return against Texas A&M. I'm sure Miami wants to get him involved early.
Shift into a tight formation. Malachi Tony left. Probably go to motion again. No, he does not. He stays out there. Hand off to Fletcher. Up the gut. Able to gain a couple of yards. And there is action with Markel Bell. I like what we're doing here. This is exactly how Miami wants to play it. And I like that Ole Miss is seemingly answering the toughness check. 3rd down and 8, Debo.
3rd and 8. This is a tough down and distance for an offense. You're around midfield. We saw Carson Beck use his legs a little more last week. Let's see if he does that here, if everything's covered on the back end.
C.J. Daniels flanked out right. Carson Beck with time. He's not scared to run it. He has been. Carson Beck high stepping, 4th and short. Cristobal has been very conservative. Almost his MO. What will he do here? Bring in the big guys. We're going for it. It's the college football playoff semifinal. I like it.
No hesitation. I love it. You talk about Mauro Cristobal being kind of conservative as a head coach. We talked about it. Around midfield, 3rd and 8. You pick up 6. That's a veteran quarterback to put yourself in a situation where at least it's a decision to be made here. They got the ball first on offense. Ole Miss did, so it's a big opportunity to shift momentum for this Miami Hurricanes team.
But also Ole Miss. Get a stop, get off the field, get Winnedad back, hand up the middle to Mark Fletcher. Let's pound it. See if he can get it. He does. 2nd, 3rd, 4th effort. That's Cristobal football.
Couldn't be a better start for Mario Cristobal's offense here in Miami.
Ole Miss player is down, seemingly in the middle. He stonewalled him a little bit. 2nd, 3rd effort. Mark Fletcher keeps the feet churning for a 1st down on 4th down. Jones down for Ole Miss. I believe that's Andrew Jones. They're looking at his right ankle, it appears, or foot. We hope he'll be okay. We're back on the other side. 1st quarter here at the Fiesta Bowl. Shout out to Verbo and Larry. The Hurricanes, no sure thing to get into the college football playoff. Started out 5-0, beating Notre Dame. You remember that? August 31st?
Seems like 2 years ago.
It certainly does. Then they fall into little hard times, and then they get hot at the right time. And the Miami Hurricanes are the last at-large bid to be placed into the college football playoff. Representing the ACC as an at-large, not as an ACC champion. Crazy season for the ACC as a whole, but this Miami Hurricanes team peaking at the right time. 1st down after a huge 4th down pickup. Carson back to Brown. Brown's getting loose as well. This is exactly what the Miami Hurricanes want to do, AJ.
Yeah, no matter who they have in at running back there for Miami, you see their patience and their vision. They let their big old linemen take care of those blocks, and then they get their foot in the ground and they go downhill once they find just the tiniest bit of space.
Shamar Brown was the closer for Miami last game. What can Brown do for you? Put the game away. Guy didn't touch the ball for 3 quarters. He comes out and just buries the buckets. Carson Beck in shotgun, surveying this Ole Miss defense. Ole Miss fans starting to cheer. Malachi Tony, multiple motions. Let's get to him the ball. He is special with it in his hands. Big story about Malachi Tony as he picks up a few to bring us to 3rd and short. Malachi Tony has put the ball on the ground 3 times in the last 2 games. Obviously only 1 turnover. 2 of them bounced right back up to him. And as Desmond Howard said, that's baby Jesus football. Now, he's got to hang on to that rock, though.
Absolutely. We know how important the ball is. The ball is the program, so you got to take care of that rock. And you talked about, you just went through kind of the story of the Miami Hurricane season. The only thing that kind of have gotten their way is themselves. Penalties, turnovers. You take care of those type of things. And we were talking about number 1, number 2 team in the country kind of all year long.
Malachi Tony will be a lead blocker on some plays tonight. An absolute dog, true freshman, supposed to be a senior in high school. Shamar Brown in the backfield. Carson back under center. Old school football, play action, good ball motion. Carson Beck, like he's Harry Houdini with the football behind his quad. Ball handling out of Carson Beck at an elite level. This is throwback Aaron Rodgers play action. Now you see me, now you don't, AJ Hawk.
Hey, I love it. Trying to take a shot. Malachi, maybe he gets behind the defense. Nothing's there. Here we go. Running back right in the flat. This is how you draw it up.
I like the play call, too. 13 personnel, 1 running back, 3 tight ends. Hard play action cell. Running back wide open for the flat.
AJ, you know whenever they're hiding that ball after the play action cell there, you linebackers get sucked up.
Sucked up hard on that one.
That's good handling. Hard run by Mark Fletcher right up the gut. I mean, this Miami Hurricanes team is really setting the tone on exactly what their personality is and how this game is going. Defense 3 and out. Offense matriculating down the football field. Clock's already at 8 minutes in the first quarter. This is Miami Hurricane football, Tone Diggs.
Yeah, it is. They're getting 5 yards a carry against the 70th ranked rush defense for Ole Miss. This is probably exactly how they planned it up.
Cristobal telling them, if we can't run against this group, we don't deserve to wear the U. They're going for it. Another one. And another one. Ty, it feels like this run game might go on and on
and on and on and on and on. And you're right, Pat. I mean, this is exactly how Miami would have wanted to script it, their opening drive. Nice, long, methodical drive and just sucking the air out of this stadium.
Ole Miss currently has negative 11 rush yards. Miami, the complete opposite. They're about to walk right down this field. Can they punch it in the red zone? 3rd and 2. Carson Beck flanked out wide. Malachi Tony and Wildcat. He was quarterback in high school. He gets manhandled. What a play by Cam Franklin. Gets his big paws on Malachi and says, I don't think so, as the field goal team enters the field, Depot.
That's a huge play on defense right there. And I understand for Miami, you want to get the ball in number 10's hand. You want to get the ball in Malachi Tony's hand. But you haven't been running the ball down and throat Mark Fletcher and Brown. I wouldn't have minded a nice downhill run right there. But you called the play, big time stop, and now we got a field goal attempt.
You boys here, D-Bot already questioning decisions.
No.
I love it.
Carter Davis, kicker for Miami, up and good. Great kick by Carter Davis to break the 0-0 tie here. 3-0. Miami Hurricanes. Coach Cristobal fired up about what his team was able to do there. Trinidad Chambliss, let's see if he can answer on the other side. Good running with the flag, buddy, here in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. I was just in the field maintenance suite underneath the bowels of this building using their restroom. I'd like to thank all of them. Incredibly clean urinal. Had a lot of water in there, so it wasn't a lot of splash. Everything's really first class here at the Verbo Fiesta Bowl. But AJ, you were making a point while I was going to the bathroom. I heard it in my ears there. This team needs this defense needs to go off field.
Yeah, they do. Right now, if you are Ole Miss, you have the ball. We don't want to have a 3 and out here. Our defense might be a bit tired if we throw them right back on the field. Although it was somewhat of a win holding the Miami offense to just 3 on that drive.
Yeah, Miami beat them up a little bit there, but they were able to get a big-time stop. We don't need to be going 3 and out and getting right back on the field against this Miami offense. Can Trinidad get something going? We shall see, people.
We shall see. Keeping them contained if you're this defense is priority number 1. And then tackling these dynamic wide receivers and running backs in the open field, priority number 2.
Miami Hurricanes guy who's getting the kickoff tee has elite form. Good for him. And we got another commercial break. Whatever they're selling here, I think it's good. At the Fiesta Bowl. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is A.Q. Shipley, 12-year NFL vet, Super Bowl champion, Phoenix, Arizona native, and a future Ring of Honor member for the Arizona Cardinals. Thank you for joining us, A.Q.
Thanks for having me. I'm waiting for that call one day.
I think you can just go ahead and hold tight, bub.
Okay.
You earned it, though. You earned it. Super Bowl champ.
Hey, thanks.
I'll tell you what, the stadium is glorious. This game has started how the Miami Hurricanes have won it. Don't you think AQ is a big guy?
Absolutely, and they just got to keep pounding the rock. They got away from it there, but they got to get back to running the football.
All right. Trinidad Chambliss, the shotgun. Ooh. I like the durability. I like that we're taking shots like that and not going down. That's Kwan Lacey. He's got a lot of touchdowns. He's 19 years old, and he's recommitted to Ole Miss. He took a huge shot there and just kept going. I like that.
Oh, yeah, that's what running backs are supposed to do in the open field. I love Xavier Lucas showing up, laying the wood. Even though he missed that tackle, as defenders, you always talk, take a shot, trust your guys to rally and get him down on the ground.
Darius Butler, Broward County Hall of Famer, Trinidad Chambliss. Gets the edge. That'll be a huge part of tonight. If they can limit that, they're in a great spot, the Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah, and you want to see how many actually maybe design runs possibly that this Ole Miss offense might have, especially if they're having trouble getting going. Obviously, put the ball in Chambliss' hand, make people miss.
Trinidad Chambliss has been the best player on the field for basically every game that Ole Miss has played. Will that remain tonight? 3rd and 6. Pressure, Keontae Scott. Phil behind, incomplete, 4th down Ole Miss. Tell me about that Ole Miss defense again, AJ.
That Ole Miss defense, you know what? If you get cut to on the sideline, a lot of them probably still sitting on the sideline, about to put their helmets back on. Can't believe they're going on the field this quickly.
Jacoby Thomas flying around. You see a lot of receivers get alligator arms and take that side out, look at their quarterback when you're throwing. Keontae Scott with the pressure right in the middle of the quarterback's face, and then the other DBs rallying, making those hits.
A big thing, even if he doesn't get the sack or the deflection, Trinidad Chambliss just felt it a little bit. He just took a shot right in the mouth for this Miami Hurricanes defense. How does that affect the rest of the game? I know that's a strategy for the Miami Hurricanes. Let's go ahead and see what he's got, see if he can handle the heat. The kitchen is hot with the Miami defense. Will Carson Beck put some more points on the board? This Miami Hurricanes defense has certainly been impressive, and they've won them games literally and figuratively. Here's Keontae Scott against the Ohio State Buckeyes. Jumping around, pick 6, hits the Thorpe post, and then tonight on a key 3rd down, they send him, D-Bud.
Yeah, he impacts the game in all different ways. I compared him to Charles Woodson earlier, which is high praise, but he's going to impact the game, whether it's blitzing the quarterback, tackling an open field, or making plays down the field. Just an all-around dynamic playmaker.
Shamar Brown out of Omaha gets the rock and has some space. 1 cut, 2 cut, 3 cut, gain of 8. I'll tell you what, AQ, this offensive line for Miami has been dominating the playoffs.
Yeah, big Mark Bell, he's unbelievable. 6'9", opened the hole right there. Listen, if they continue to run behind these 2 tackles, they will beat this team into submission.
Moe Noah, right tackle, number 61. He's 6'6", 335, listed out of America Samoa. Markel Bell, 6'9", 345, listed out of Cleveland, Mississippi. We got dogs up front. Cristobal, former offensive lineman, knows that that's where you win games. And there's big Alex Bowman out of Red Bank, New Jersey. He's 6'5", 250. This Miami team is huge, AQ.
You can see it as you're standing here on the field. There is a massive size differential. When you look at Markel Bell, the left tackle, versus a defensive end, it looks like he's blocking a cornerback on this Ole Miss team.
And something that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, I talked about Malachi Tony not having huge offensive number. He has been blocking his ass off in the run game and right there in the pass game, leading the way for his big tight end.
And they actually motioned him in to be a fullback on some plays. He's supposed to be in high school. Ty Schmidt, Malachi Tony special. So is Carson Beck.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, okay. They're giving a flag as well. What a hit.
Malachi Tony hung on to that?
Damn right.
I believe he did.
Wow.
It's baby Jesus football, baby.
That's a huge play. Thumping. First play over 10 yards tonight, and obviously a lot of damage has been done.
Personal foul, targeting, defense, number 19. The play will be under further review.
Let him play.
Correction number 29.
This isn't what we do in the playoffs.
That's Nick Cole. Carson Beck with a fake outside and then delivers a seed to Malachi Tony. And
wow.
I'll tell you what, it looks like he turned his shoulder late, but it was certainly a high hit. Both of them took some real damage here.
I mean, that's an unbelievable pass.
Helmet to helmet.
Definitely helmet to helmet, and I hope Nick Cole is okay. Playing the ball, kind of incidental. It happens. Shorter receiver. It's a tough play. Bang, bang. Hell of a job hanging on to that ball. I hope Nick Cole is okay.
The only hope there is that they kind of miss each other like 2 ships passing in the night. Whenever they're both going full speed into the same exact spot.
Yeah.
He tried to look. I mean, that is helmet-to-helmet contact, clearly. And
absolutely, without a doubt. But you look at that ball from Carson Beck, too, across the middle, threading the needle over the linebacker, Daugherty, and then right between Nick Cole, like unbelievable ball placement and a great job once again. Baby Jesus hanging on to that.
Unbelievable catch by Malachi Tony. Huge collision. Big Ten refs here tonight.
After review, there is no foul for targeting on the play.
I like it.
The result of the play is the first down.
I like that there was some, like, what was the intention? What's the reality of the situation? Their helmets certainly hit each other, but he was trying to duck. It just so happened to be a bang-bang play. I love that we're doing that in football in 2026.
This is amazing. I mean, I have so much more faith in these referees and what we're doing in college football now, because it's true. He didn't launch. They don't like when you launch your head into other people's heads. We understand that's how people get hurt. But yeah, good job. Good on these refs for picking that one up.
I'll tell you, obviously there was damage done to both men, but it was clear no intent that he was trying to do that. I like what we're doing here.
I love it. It honestly felt a little odd with the flag even coming out of what we've been witnessing the last 3 games we've been with this Miami team.
Let the boys play, how the refs have been acting. And it's certainly been remaining true. Shamar Brown gets it. Cut back. That's the juiciest cut in football, AQ. Flag down, potential holding world, but huge run and a huge cutback, AQ.
Yeah, they're going to call the holding right there, but huge cutback off the right side. Unbelievable.
Holding. Offense, number 87. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Hey, boys, this ain't Texas, but
you can't hold them.
Whoa!
That was good. That was good. Put some pizzazz on that. I like that.
A little sauce from AQ. You can't be holding in Texas or Arizona, and they certainly did. Takes back a massive, massive gain by Shamar Brown there. 1st and 16. AQ saw it from a mile away. Definitely a hold. Drive killers, those offensive holdings.
Yes, they are.
Carson Beck trying to flip that. Quick to Josiah Trader. That would normally go to Malachi Tony, you would assume. And here comes number 10 back on the field. Once again, this guy's supposed to be a senior in high school. This guy's supposed to be preparing for whatever dances before the prom dance. And instead, he's taking 25-mile-an-hour collisions in the middle of the Fiesta Bowl, helmet to helmet, and going right back out on the field. Mad respect for what's going on in this game.
I mean, when you jog over to that sideline and you see Ray Lewis, Michael Irvin, Antrell Roll, Jonathan Vilma, Andre Johnson, Reggie Wayne, yeah, you're going to get your ass back in the game.
Greg Olsen, Calais Campbell, the list goes on and on. Miami feels back, and the boys are all back. Carson Beck, that's a lateral. That ball's live. Mark Fletcher makes somebody miss. Going to be a third and manageable there. Could have been disaster there from Carson Beck. I like that he's thinking outside the box, though, and showcasing some real athleticism.
Yeah, you see that with today's quarterbacks. And heads-up play from Fletcher, too, just picking that up and making it, making it salvageable and now getting to a third and manageable. That's a big-time heads-up play by Fletcher Jr.
Because of the culture of the Miami Hurricanes, understanding what the hell's going on when it's going on. Big Elijah Lofton, flanked out to the left. Fletcher in the backfield. Trips right. 3rd and 9. Penalty, Miami Hurricanes. Back them, back them, back them up.
Full start. Offense, number 70. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Con man, the Ole Miss fans are taking credit for that, as they should, maybe.
Yeah, this is probably the biggest home field advantage since we've been to Texas A&M, and also Ole Miss's defense getting fired up in the face of Miami. This would be a massive stop for the Rebels.
Bully ball. Can the Ole Miss Rebels keep up with Miami? Trips right in a cluster. Elijah Lofton on the inside. He's tight end. Malachi Tony at the point. C.J. Daniels Jr. Carson Beck making some audibles. Ole Miss crowd hotty-toddying the hell out of this place. Hand off to Mark Fletcher. We're going to punt. The Ole Miss defense gets off the field. Huge stop for Ole Miss.
Yeah, you said it earlier, just drive killers, those penalties. And that's what Miami has kind of been avoiding during this playoff run. Last 2 games, 4 total penalties for 23 yards total. And now we already got a couple penalties, big-time penalties to set them back on this drive alone. So those are the big things that can hold back this Miami Hurricanes team.
Dylan Joyce, the punter, has had a good college football playoff run thus far. Massive lad out of Australia, 6'2", 215. Pro Kick Australia product. Sick orange cleats, takes his time. End over end ball, back to the left. Bounces in the end zone, bounce unkind. We're so incredibly lucky to be here at the Fiesta Bowl. That's A.J. Hawk, 2-time Fiesta Bowl defensive MVP. Darius J. Butler, A.Q. Shipley. A.J., first thoughts here on how this game has started thus far?
I'll tell you what, Ole Miss has kind of weathered the storm a little bit right there. Huge stop by them, winning on first down. They won on first down because of a holding call, but still, you back this team up and the Miami offense up, give yourself a much better chance defensively.
Miami only up 3-0. It feels like Ole Miss has a lot to pull from with Winnidad getting back on the field.
Absolutely, I agree, but at the same time, this is kind of the game Miami Hurricanes kind of want to play. This is a crystal ball game. It kind of feels like it. You keep Trinidad contained, you'll be in a good spot if you're the Hurricanes.
-3 total yards for the Ole Miss Rebels. Winnidad Chambliss currently petitioning for 6 years of eligibility next year. Could this be his last game in college ball? Already a D2 champion, hands it off. Gain of little to none. First quarter wrapping up here at the Verbo Fiesta Bowl. Dominated by the U, but only up 3. Hold on, is Trinidad going to get a playoff? 5, 4, 3. Oh no, Buddy jumped off sides. What an idiot. Honestly, I think he thought the quarter was over.
Offside. Defense, number 11 with contact. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
David Blade Jr., I don't mean you're an idiot, but it felt pretty obvious they weren't going to snap that. It felt like they were just going to. Oh, they.
I mean, that's great execution by the offense. Getting up there, making the defense, got to hold their discipline. And you know who was supposed to be there without the injury. It would be Moten Sr. He's out of the game. And now you got to have that discipline. That ball. Earmuffs right there, A.J. Earmuffs.
End of 1 here at the Verbo Fiesta Bowl. We're incredibly lucky to be on the sideline here. And I'll tell you what, mic flips have become kind of our thing. AQ. Big man with hands. Clean flip. Little late, though.
Big bad. Get up on your feet.
Stadium, you know?
Big in here.
This is for the Pat McAfee show. These people aren't paying me.
Okay.
So, Coach Stu, how has the desert treated you so far? How do you feel to be out of the rain?
You have been in bed every night for curfew. You guys have practiced hard. We're coming out here, and we're going to let the old gold and blue get out there on that field and show them what the Mountain State's all about. What do you think of that?
Hey, I'm down. I'm down with that.
Pretty wild, you know. Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, all of it's been crazy to live the dumbest life of all time, and that was a fun time. That was a great time for our team. Coach Stu was our interim coach. We win the Fiesta Bowl. Reed Williams, Pat White MVPs, and will Kawan Lacey be an MVP tonight as he pops one open for an all-miss tunnel in the Verbo Fiesta Bowl. Special player having a special season with a huge play to start the second quarter for this Ole Miss Rebels team, D-Bud.
Big time play from Lacey to score his 24th touchdown on a phenomenal season. Unbelievable breakaway speed. With the 3 games, our 3rd game right here with this Miami defense, it's the first time we've seen a play like this happen against the Hurricanes. Just an unbelievable play. Great job by that O-line up front, a Cuse.
Unbelievable backside power. Little hole to get through, squeezes through and takes it the distance.
Iced out with the necklace. 7-3. Ole Miss takes the lead because of Lacey, who you can't see through the hole. Out the stadium. What an answer by this Ole Miss offense. What do you see there, AJ?
Man, see, that's this Ole Miss offense. They're probably not going to lean on you. They're not a huge team like Miami is offensive. They're not going to lean on you and push on you, get 6-8 yards per carry, but they can do this. Oh, Kewan Lacey is absolutely special. Beautiful blocking right there. I don't know what you thought about that, but this is what Lacey could do to you.
Yeah, to get a double team at the point of attack. And the cool thing that I'm seeing from this team is I'm sure they're sick and tired of hearing how good Miami's trench is.
On that note, used down from Lacey after his cut. And Lacey in the paint is kind of just what he does. Mari Cristobal has to watch his defense get gashed. Absolutely gashed for a long one. And Big Mo has sided back with the SEC as the Ole Miss sideline is bumping. And the Miami Hurricanes are shocked.
What a play.
What a play. What a year. Lacey, we had him on our program, obviously, popped in. He's young. He's talented. He has 150 touchdowns on the year, basically. And this Ole Miss crowd has come back into this thing, Connor.
It's unbelievable, Pat. You should hear it down here. Miami fans a little bit worried, and now it's kind of, hey, Carson Beck, they're down by 4. They haven't been in this position very often so far in the playoff. Let's see what happens here.
I picked the Miami Hurricanes to win this game because I thought they were going to beat down Ole Miss. They had been doing that. What I didn't expect was explosive touchdowns out of Ole Miss against a very stout Miami defense. Carson Beck takes a shot. C.J. Daniels Jr. Sideline saying it's incomplete. Refs are saying it's completion. Gain of a few. What would you be looking for out of the U's offense here to answer, D-Bud?
Just respond. You know, the game plan is still the game plan. You still run the ball. You still take selective shots. You had a big opportunity to hit Malachi Tony with a big one down the field. Carson Beck missed it. I'm sure that at some point they'll have another shot drawn up. But just stick to the plan. It's early in the game. A lot of ball left.
Carson Beck at shotgun. Malachi Tony in motion. Grand pound football from Mark Fletcher Jr. A steamrolling just happened on a football field, AJ.
It seems like every time Fletcher gets the ball, there's 2 or 3 defenders on the ground when this guy is finishing you. If you're a young running back and someone tells you to finish your runs, just put on some Fletcher tape and watch this guy.
I know we sound like a broken record, but it feels like when they give that guy the ball, good things happen. I guess you can't do it every single play, but maybe. Malachi in motion. He is blocked from there before. Instead, he goes out. Carson surveying. Will there be a flag? No. Yes, there is. Pass interference coming for Ole Miss. First down, Miami Hurricanes.
Pass interference. Defense number 4. Ball be placed at the spot of the foul. First down.
I would like to reiterate that I like that the helmet-to-helmet targeting call was picked up earlier, and I like the way these officials have been officiating this game thus far.
Yeah, we've had some great referee crews so far through this college football playoffs, and so far they're keeping it up.
I believe I see Jackson Dart on the sideline for Ole Miss. He looks really cool.
Always does.
Carson Beck. Quick to Malachi Tony, misses him. That's an incompletion, not a lateral. We will move on to second down. AQ Shipley, what do you think Miami's trying to do whenever they throw way outside? Are they trying to lighten the box a little bit? Or?
They're just trying to get to their athletes out in space. They got a blocker out in space. It's an extension of the run game. The interesting thing, Jackson Dart does look cool, but the interesting thing is the fact is whenever we look at Carson Beck, we can't rely on him to win a game. He continuously misses.
Why not?
This guy's in the college football playoff semifinals. He's a 2-time national champion. Unbelievable out of AQ Shipley.
Jeez.
Carson Beck says, what's that?
Great catch.
Incredible hands there by Joshua Moore. Joshua Moore, 6'4". I mean, I don't think you can be under 6'3" and be on this Miami team. A little bit off was he at the right spot. Did Carson not throw it great? Whatever the case, incredible hands catch by Miami to extend the drive. Carson Beck with Mark Fletcher next to him. Pete Golding's defense only giving up 3 points thus far. Carson Beck rolling right, cutting back, taking a shot. overthrows him by 10 yards. Looked like that was just, hey, we have that in the bag if you want to get a little bit too in the box.
I mean, that's the second time they've tried to throw the ball to Malachi Tony down the field. That time, you're rolling out to the right. You got an out and up by Malachi. Pretty good coverage, a little handsy, but I like the no flag there, just an overthrow. And right now, to AQ's point, even though I don't like the hell he said, Carson Beck needs to calm down a little bit, relax, and get on time and on target with these throws.
Tony, they're taking some deep shots tonight.
Yeah, they are. They're taking more deep shots tonight than they did all playoffs already.
Carson Beck in the open field is not something you want to dance with. Got some wiggle out there for the big man.
He does. Big dude that can move. D-Buck's calling for a flag here. What do you think?
No.
Was that you?
I wasn't on camera. That was off camera. I was thinking out loud.
Stop patting, D-Buck. Don't be the patter tonight, all right?
Shannon Dawson off
gouge his eyes out.
He did look like he was potting a little bit, and it did look like he grabbed his helmet. 3rd and 7. They do not have the yard line on any of the scoreboards. Crazy move here. Carson Beck, shot down the middle. Holy hell. Elijah Lofton with an incredible catch and a monster shot from Jalen Braxton. Holy hell. These boys are thumping out here.
Playoff football. That's another on-time and on-target throw from the pocket for Carson Beck. And once again, an unbelievable job holding on to the football. I tell you what, these defenses are bringing that hat tonight.
Sorry, that was Wydett Williams Jr.
He checked himself off the field after that game as well, after that play.
Both guys have left the field. We're talking Ole Miss crowd potentially really affecting the game right now.
There's no foul in the play. Charge timeout, Miami. They're first of the game.
Mario Cristobal says,
this will be a full timeout.
You ain't get me with a delay game, okay? Boys took a big shot. We're going to take a breather. Casual Cristobal. 1st and 10. Can I get more? Miami. Big 6 from Deontay Scott. They punch a ticket to the semifinals. And Ole Miss, Georgia. Winidad busts out some magic late. Carniero with another monster kick. He hit from like 55, 56, and then 47 to win it for that Ole Miss team. And the improbable run by Pete Golding and the Ole Miss Rebels continue. Special teams with great stories either way this game ends tonight.
Absolutely. We're looking forward. It's already shaping up to be a great game. It's shaping up to be a physical game. It's going to come down to the big-time players making big-time plays, just like we saw in that highlight.
2 different hits have already ended with both players exiting the field immediately, AJ. We're talking physicality at a high level here at Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah, that's kind of been a theme of these college football playoffs. Every game you watch, there are gigantic, violent hits everywhere you look. I love it.
Malachi Tony in motion. Carson Beck hangs it up for about a gain of 2. This was the second monster shot. Elijah Lofton, tight end for Miami. Boom. Wyatt Williams, square shoulder to the sternum. Lofton gets up to celebrate, but during the break saw him coughing some stuff up. They have taken him to the back. The game is taking a toll on a couple players already. Everything on the line. Who's getting to the national championship? Carson Beck, back judge, great back pedal. Malachi Tony, covered beautifully. What coverage out of Ole Miss.
Great coverage, nowhere to really go with the ball. And that's the thing when you're targeting shorter receivers downfield. It's harder to hit that window. Great coverage on the back end. Once again, that's the 3rd time we've seen a shot downfield in Malachi Tony. So I like the aggressiveness on offense. At some point, you expect him to hit one of them.
That was Braxton. He had a huge hit earlier as well. Having a massive game. Great coverage. 3rd and 7, ball on the 21. Carson Beck sends C.J. Daniels in motion, short motion. Carson drops it off to Malachi Tony. Great open field. No, he doesn't tackle him. A Malachi Tony, and you're not. What a play by 10.
Unbelievable. We saw a couple attempts down the field, sometimes third and long. Just get in his hands and let Tony do the rest, and he does. We thought he was down. Unbelievable job staying up and picking up the extra yardage to get a first down. Now we're in the red area.
Supposed to be a senior in high school. Breaks a couple of tackles, picks up a huge first down for the Miami Hurricanes. Back judge here for the Big Ten officiating crew, 6'6". Monster of a man. Carson Beck, first down. Hands it off. We're running this thing downhill. Lot of meat. No bread. No water.
Oh, tough running.
No.
Just me.
Don't disrespect Booker T like that.
I thought that's what you lead to.
2nd and 5, Elijah Lofton leaving on a cart. Obviously, Godspeed to he. Took a huge shot to the sternum. We hope he's okay. Carson Beck, 2nd and 5. Can still get a first down at the 3-yard line. Hands it off after some motion. Mark Fletcher continues to move forward. Gain of a few. 3rd and short. A.Q. Shipley, this is when the big dude's got to do big dude stuff.
Listen, once you get inside the 5-yard line, forget your technique, throw it all out the window. It becomes about attitude and mentality. If I'm the Miami Hurricanes, I hand the ball off again. I lean on my big boys who got me to this moment, and I run the ball right into the end zone.
He's getting a little bit worked up there, A.J. Hawk.
He is a little bit. Anytime you're O-lineman, you get down the red zone, all they see is red. He just wants to kill people downhill.
It's hard to move the ball down here. Not a lot of space. They can still pick up a first down. Mark Fletcher Jr. Darius Butler saying they're throwing it.
Wrong.
They hand it off. First down, Miami Hurricanes from the yard line. A.Q. Shipley saying, hurry it up, hurry it up. Let's run some big boys. They're subbing. They're bringing meat in here.
Jeez.
Yeah. Lots of meat.
Lot of meat. No bread.
Ole Miss bringing their own meat in here now, too.
No water. All meat. Would say Booker T. This is big boy package. It's 1st and goal from the yard line. This is what Mario Cristobal dreams of. Shamar Brown trips up, loss of 2. I'll tell you what, this grass is pristine, but it can get slick a little bit on the outside edge of the cleat.
Absolutely. We saw it in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago, and now you're seeing it here. But a great job by this Ole Miss defense, setting the edge, getting penetration. It's the only way you can win down here.
Penetration, you're right, D, but you make the running back reset his feet so he can't just go downhill 1,000 miles an hour.
Number 52, Eccles, one of the greatest players in all the ball. This is lined up in the middle of this defense. Shamar Brown gets it again, and that's a touchdown, Miami Hurricanes. Okay. Threw a little right cross there. Not scared to throw some. Big man. Matthew McCoy just broke the Ole Miss short. Sorry, sir. You guys are calling a great game thus far. Shamar Brown is the guy they lean on whenever they need it late or whenever they're deep on.
He's showing up, and he's a finisher. Has a nose for the end zone once he gets down there. The great job by 8-3, keeping him up and kind of assisting him into the paint.
Carter Davis puts it up and through. Dropping the ball. Unbelievable. Can't have it. 10-7. Miami Hurricanes take a lead on a dominating drive. Winnidad gets the rock on the other side. Developing story here at the Fiesta Bowl. That man right there, Kwan Lacey, now has his hamstring wrapped, believed to have potentially pulling it a bit on that long touchdown run where he thought he was going to be able to coast to a touchdown, then had to pop that thing back into 5th gear. Certainly a huge story here for this Ole Miss offense.
Absolutely. That was him on his way to scoring his 24th touchdown of the season. So I would hate to see him leave this game or not even be his full self out here in the field. You want to see the best players, you know, in their best form out here. So hopefully 5's all right. These kids are tough. He came in with a banged up shoulder. He's got a banged up hammy. We've seen a couple guys limped off and be carried off. It's playoff football.
Tone, you almost saw it immediately there.
Yeah, so he broke free, and then he was strided, and then he was surprised that the Miami defenders were getting closer to him, and then he kicked it back into gear. But it didn't look like he pulled up at all during that or his celebration. You saw him put the U down. So it must have been after that when he got to the sideline that he felt it, because it didn't look like he felt it during the run.
Adrenaline's pretty high when you have an 80-plus yard touchdown in Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah, you got to get the celly off no matter what.
Sir, you guys are calling a great game. Hell yeah. That pickup on the targeting was awesome. Hell yeah, boss. He's focused. Don't be complimenting me. I'll give you one thumbs up. Now shut up. Security almost gets bonked in the head. Oh. Great catch. By great bearded man over there.
Kicked the hell out of that ball.
Now, Carter Davis is a good kicker. Makes big-time kicks, can kick the hell out of a kickoff. Now, can he make it land at the half-yard line at the next level? It's amazing that that's what we're judging people upon now. Miami Hurricanes bopping onto the field a little bit. Connor, maybe Miami feels like they got momentum back. Can you feel it in the stadium?
A little bit. It's definitely quieter. I don't see those weird things that the hotty-toddy people wave around, the red little thingy, you get it. But Ruben Bain, I expect him to wreak a little bit of havoc here after giving up a massive run by Lacey.
The Hurricanes fans have grown very loud down here in our corner. 20 plays in the other team's end for Miami, 0 for Ole Miss. Chambliss has some time. Checks it out to Logan Diggs. He picks up a first down. Nope, he was out short. We'll bring that back. Trinidad Chambliss, right after he threw the ball, got hit by 4 people. I mean, they put helmets on him immediately. A little bit of a bobble there by Logan Diggs.
I know Thomas wants that play back. You want to just fire your gun on the outside leg instead of breaking down the open field right there.
Time of possession thus far, 20 minutes for Miami, 3 minutes for Ole Miss.
Yikes.
Need a sustained drive here, because if this Ole Miss defense has to get back on the field to end this half, this is what Miami's looking to do. I believe that is Trinidad's mother watching along as she looks for this Ole Miss offense to get rolling. Lacey not on the field. Pulled hamstring in everybody's eyes. Chambliss takes a shot. And takes a shot. Incomplete there, but feel like we got rough in the passer.
Hands to the face, it looks like.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense, number 5. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Justin Scott there, 6'4", 303. Cristobal's not happy about it happening. Feels like this Miami Hurricanes defense is going to get a shot at you if they're near you, though.
Oh, clothesline.
I mean, he grazed him.
Little JBL clothesline there.
Bingo.
Clothesline from hell, Tosh Smith with that left hand over Trinidad Chambliss' face.
That did look like a clothesline from hell. Jeez, I'm surprised he still got his head on his shoulders.
That's Trinidad football. First down. 6 minutes left in the first half. Fakes the handoff. Fires one in there. What a shot to Harrison Wallace from Trinidad. That's in rhythm. That's a great ball.
Yeah, that's a big-time play. He's standing in that pocket, making an accurate throw. We talked about as athletic as he is, he wants to be a passer of the football. They're sustaining the drive right here. Points will be great for Ole Miss.
Kwan Lacey has not been on the field yet. We're going to assume that's going to become a story of the night, not the story of the night, especially if number 17, Winston Watkins, is going to continue to make people miss tackles like that. 2nd and 7 for the Miami Hurricanes. Trinidad Chambliss hands it off. Huge shot from Keontae Scott. Jeez. lumber every time this Hurricanes team gets a shot.
Yeah, he's going to show up in all phases of the defense, the run game, the pass game, the big Ahmad Moulton Sr. is back in the middle of that defense as well. We talked about him coming in, battling that ankle injury. He's back in the center of that defensive line right on the big third down.
3rd and 7 as the Hurricanes fans come alive. Logan Diggs to the right of Chambliss. Play action, run for your life, Trinidad. Throw it out of bounds, Trinidad. Field goal attempt coming up for Ole Miss. And there is...
Guess who? Right on cue. Big Moulton chasing him down all the way to the sideline, making it to where he can't make a comfortable throw. Ruben Bain with a great stunt getting in the middle of the defense. And yeah, he may have touched him a little bit on the sideline. So what? Shut up!
Darius J. Butler, Broward County Hall of Famer, which is obviously South Florida. Certainly a late hit there on the Miami sideline. No call from the refs. Look for an even or get back somewhere. Carnero, perfect ball flight.
Moulton Sr. also in Fort Lauderdale. Sorry.
I mean, this guy's an unbelievable kicker. Sign him. Carson Beck, 2-time national champ. Okay. Let's put a little respect on his name. A couple 3rd and 7s on that last drive. Elijah Lofton over the middle, obviously huge shot taken. Elijah got carted out after that, and then finding Malachi Toney. 2 huge, huge plays that led to a touchdown for the Miami Hurricanes. 10-10. Miami's been able to kind of control the line of scrimmage at will, basically. Will they continue that this drive? Carson Beck currently 3 for 3 on 3rd downs tonight for 28 yards. This guy's a ball player, AQ.
He sure is. He's got all the time in the world to sit back there. Protection's been fantastic. He's just got to be a little bit more accurate.
3 for 3 on 3rd downs. I thought that's the only down that mattered. Money down is what they call it. Carson Beck is money, isn't he, Ty Schmidt?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, AQ, you ask him, he's not good enough to start at Iowa. I don't know if he's got some preconceived notions or if he's maybe got some issues with this guy dating back to his time at Georgia, but it's downright sickening.
It is. The only thing that's sick right now is Carson Beck in this Miami offense. They're running through Ole Miss. Will that change? Gain of 0, 4:30 left in the half. 10-10 dogfight here, dominated by one side.
Yeah, it really is. But I mean, if this Ole Miss defense can find a way to kind of bow up and get some penetration to disrupt this Miami rushing attack, then they put it all on Carson Beck to try to beat him.
11 first downs to 4, 10-10 ball game. Who cares how we got here if you're Ole Miss?
Who cares?
Miami will have the ball to start the second half. Carson Beck. Perfect shot to Marion. Open field tackle by Chris Graves Jr. What a play.
Great play. It is impossible to tackle these wide receivers and these running backs in open field. Just full speed, no breaking down. Great wrap-up tackle, Keelan Marion right there in the open field.
3rd and 5 here. Carson Beck, 4 for 4 on 3rd down, 1st down. Keelan Marion.
Yeah, watch how you guys talk about that quarterback. All right, that ball was out of his hands before the receiver got out of his great job trusting your line, which AQ talked about. You got a pocket, you got time. Great job being accurate to throw to the field. I mean, that's first day stuff, that's first round stuff, AQ.
That was an unbelievable route. He undressed him on the out route. There was 10 yards of space. Great throw, though. Great throw by Carson Beck.
4 for 4 on 3rd down, AJ. What matters when it matters.
I tell you what, Ole Miss giving a lot of respect. You know, kind of 10-yard cushion there. That's why that out was open.
That's because they know Carson Beck can put it anywhere he wants. That's Alex Bobbin. Transfer from Tulane. Big body. You can tell Cristobal is like, hey, is he large? Get him on our team.
Yeah, he's some big physical guys at all the positions. I would assume if you're Miami, you're in no rush or running a little tempo here, but you probably want to finish this half with the ball in the end zone if you're Miami.
2 timeouts for Miami, 2nd and 6. Potentially last play before the 2-minute timeout. He takes a shot to Marion, who's wide ass open. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Marion, who once attended Darius Butler's football camp, dumps the shark. I love to see it. I love to feel it. And the Miami Hurricanes have their most explosive play of the night as Carson Beck puts it on a dime to Marion.
I mean, I'm telling you, this quarterback is heating up, extended the play, got outside the pocket and found Keelan Marion, former UConn Husky, down the middle of the field for a big-time Hurricane touchdown.
Carter Davis adds the extra point. 17-10. Yeah, absolutely. You got it. You got it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got to get out of his way. I don't need you distracting as we're looking at my guy to see if this field goal is good. 100% agree, sir. On that note, hard not to be jacked up with what the Miami Hurricanes just did. Trips to the left.
Coming out of that bunch, the coverage just broke down on the back end. That's what happens sometimes when the quarterback extends the plays, keeping his eyes downfield. Veteran quarterback, big time throw. There we go, Carson.
D-Butt, obviously, you're a non-biased reporter.
Straight down the middle, objective. Just a good ball game. Got a little excited.
I like that they're going with the shark fin crush move. Obviously, the boys have rehearsed. They've talked about what we're doing. We got used down. Yep, got you. Love that. Spank's not happy about that. Carter Davis going to do what he's probably done the rest of the playoff and hit that 16 yards deep.
Jeez.
That dude's a monster. I'll tell you what, most explosive play of the night comes from Carson Beck. AJ, we've been waiting on it, and it kind of erupted right there.
Yeah, we saw that wide bunch. Like you said, you buy some time, you get outside of the pocket. Here we go. Someone's going to be undressed late down the field.
Miami has taken more explosive shots tonight than they have the other 2 playoff games. Why is that, you think?
I like that. Get aggressive. Could you expect the Ole Miss defense, they're going to bow up a little bit more, try to stop that run with this physical offensive line, so you're going to have some more opportunities down the field. So I like what they're doing.
52-yard touchdown AQ. Carson Beck put it on the money.
Yeah, it was good. Extend the play a little bit. That was awesome, and he found the guy down the field for the big touchdown.
Chambliss has 38 pass yards. That was a 52-yard play. Can they answer with an explosive of their own? He's done. That's a stupid rule in college football, AJ.
So stupid.
Clock continues to run. 2-minute timeout, 8 seconds away. We assume we will hit that.
It's another stupid rule. 2-minute warning.
There we go. We will head to a commercial as the Miami Hurricanes have come alive in the first half. They've been dominant, and now up 17-10. Cristobal can feel it. The U might be back. Welcome back. Ty Schmidt, you're thinking that Coach Golding might need to try something with that visor, huh?
Yeah, absolutely, Pat. I think Coach Golding needs to go over the top a la Sylvester Stallone and flip that visor around backwards, maybe change up the mojo, get a couple points before half. If you're Ole Miss, you do not want to go into half without scoring some points here and then giving the ball right back to Miami.
Him being a visor lad in 2026 is certainly awesome. If he was go upside down with that thing.
Yep.
Oh. Malibu's most wanted potentially. Hands off to Diggs. Lacey still not on the field since his touchdown run. All signs point to him being out for the rest of the game with a hamstring. That certainly changes everything. Still has his helmet on. I don't know, buddy. If he had his helmet on and was able to play football, I think they'd have him on the field right now. Maybe they'll get a check at halftime. They're 0 for 3 on 3rd down. Diggs is under center. Chambliss giving out the calls. Like that. I like what they did there. Little misdirection. Miami doesn't fall for it. Timeout. Cristobal. One timeout remaining, 1:24 left in the game. Miami's about to get the ball back, and Conman, this is when Miami could pop this open while also getting the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, it's that middle 8, middle 4 here. I mean, if they get the ball back after scoring, I'd be surprised if Ole Miss doesn't think about at least going for it. You might as well right here, very pivotal time.
I'll tell you, you go for it now. 4th and 2 on your own 33.
Yeah, this Coach Dutch danger right there.
Why not? Look out for the fake, too. Trying to win or what?
Does Pete Golding have that hat on backwards yet? Sorry, that visor on backwards yet?
He's thinking about it. No.
If that thing was backwards, I'd say they're fake punting this.
I'm looking at this huddle here. I got a better angle than you guys do. These ain't offensive skill guys in the huddle, I can tell you that much.
Oh, so maybe they are coming.
Yeah, they tricked you already.
Athletes.
Yeah, boom.
We do got defense stay out here for Miami, though.
Absolutely. Defense stay on the field for Miami. 4th and 2. All we need is this punter to punt the damn ball. That's what Miami Hurricanes coaching point is.
33, Bird.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Is that you?
Larry?
He's out of Australia, 6'4", 210 pounds. Doesn't turn it over. Malachi Tony, fair catches it. Defensive state does its job. And now Carson Beck in that middle 8 you're talking about potentially can put 14 points on the board before half and then get it in the second half. This could change a lot here with 1:19 left after their most explosive play being their last play they had, AJ.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what this Ole Miss defense does. They dial up a few pressures here, trying to get a negative yardage play early.
Tone, what was the final spread for this game before kickoff, and what was the over-under?
The spread was Miami Hurricanes -3 is what it closed at, and the over-under was 52.5.
Currently at 27 points, would be 54 if you were to double that. Over on track. Don't want to jinx anything, just giving actual journalistic updates. Live line is now 54.5, which would make sense because you double this, and Miami's 7.5-point favorites. Can Carson Beck add to their 7-point lead? Absolutely not. Gobble, gobble, gobbled up as the U gets thrown down by Princewell. Umamiyoan.
Great pass rush, staying to it, beating the right tackle. He just finished. And I don't know what happened on the offensive line.
Yeah, the interesting thing was when the defensive end went inside, he tried to pass it to the guard. Guard was in bad position. Guard gets split. That's how you get sacks. Ole Miss needs to continue to run twists and blitz. That's how you get home.
Umamiyoan, his brother got drafted last year to the Panthers.
Yep.
I love that they're so open. U's down, shark fins busting. I mean, we're chirping back and forth.
I love it.
I love this. This is ball. 2nd and 18. What do you do here, AJ?
For Ole Miss, that's exactly what you want to do. Get them behind the chains early. Now, here we go with where Miami's offense. I'm running a little screen, something. Slow that pass rush down a little bit. Just get the ball in the hands of your athletes in space, and hopefully they can make the first or second guy miss.
A truly dominating performance by Miami here in the first half. Ole Miss only has 6.5 minutes of possession. It's a 30-minute half. There's 1:14 left. 2nd and 18. Ole Miss has 2 timeouts. If this is a quick play here, maybe Golding tries to get a return. Hand off to Brown. Gain of 2. Timeout, Ole Miss. 3rd and 16, going to be able to stop the clock before a punt if they're able to get this play done with quick. I don't mind Golding being this aggressive here.
I love Golding being aggressive, but if you are Miami right here, you have to make sure you don't get a turnover. Watch draw, watch screen, watch even handing the ball off.
The visor resurgence in Oxford is certainly real. Who are some legendary visor wearers of the past? Guy Fieri had a run there for a while, right?
Sure.
Certainly did.
Kirby still rocks it.
Kirby Smart looks awesome.
Lane.
I think the Southerns do it a lot more than the Northerns, but the North had a run with the visors as well when we were in high school.
The old ball coach used to wear it.
Right?
Who's that?
Doug Peterson, Super Bowl champ.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. John Daly.
Mario Batali.
PGA legend Brant Snedeker. Phil Mickelson.
Bubba Wallace.
BJ Singh.
A lot of visors out there, I guess. If you search the entire sports universe.
A lot of golfers.
Carson Beck, 3rd and 16. Ole Miss, 1 timeout. Handoff. Shamar Brown, tick, 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 tick. About a minute left now. 4th and 14. Punt team heading onto the field for Miami. And Trinidad's going to have a shot here at the end of half without a timeout to maybe make some magic.
We got some time. I mean, a minute and 2 for this Ole Miss offense. It's like an hour for most teams.
22:09 time of possession for Miami. 6:32 for Ole Miss. Only a 7-point game, and Ole Miss is about to get the ball back before half.
Yeah, and this offense is perfect for a 2-minute situation. They're always up-tempo. And then with the college rules, we're waiting for the change, the clock stopping. I mean, this is plenty of time for Ole Miss to get in position to at least get some points on the board heading into halftime.
Let's see if it gets Trinidad in a little bit of a rhythm as well. We talked last week in the games we're at that a lot of times you get in that 2-minute drill to kind of get your offense in rhythm.
Harrison Wallace III from Montgomery, Alabama. He's a senior, back to return. Punter Joyce. Hits a spinner, fair catch. Trinidad Chambliss at his own 31 with 55 seconds left. There's Trinidad and his mom talking to the Lord. Prays with his mom before every single game as I appreciate you. Thank you, Caney. Sebastian. Okay, Sebastian's the name, sorry, not Caney. What's your problem?
What'd you call
So that's what a lot of his closest friends call him, though.
Yeah, would make sense.
We were up on a, we were up on a diving board together. He said, Pat right here, I don't know if you can see this. Pat on there. We'll open that in the second half. Chambliss, 1st and 10. No timeouts. Check, check. Has time. Diggs, check down. Breaks a tackle, gets out of bounds, stops the clock. Incredible efficiency there.
Yeah, great job getting out of bounds, breaking the tackle from Messidor. With this kicker, I mean, how many more yards do you need to get in field goal range if you're Ole Miss?
The ball flies very well here in the desert. Is it at altitude?
It is not. It's at 0, actually. Really?
It's the desert, I guess that makes sense. Are all deserts
What about Camelback? What's Camelback's altitude? Thank you.
They don't put the stadium on top of a mountain, AJ. Sorry.
They should.
They're doing that in Utah, I think, for the next stadium series. Trinidad Chambliss with a strike to Harrison Wallace III, who's been everywhere for this team. Got a spike it here, I'd assume. Nope, actually, clock stops. Let's keep it moving. Carnero getting warm on the sideline. He hits a pure big ball. I would like to see him get a shot at a big one. Trinidad Chambliss to Wallace III again. I think I'd cover him if I'm Miami.
Great operation right here so far from Trinidad.
They're past the 50. 9 of 10 from 50-plus with a 56-yarder. 2 50-plus yarders last game against Georgia. And the field goal we saw him hit earlier is the biggest ball I've seen a college kid hit in a long time. Pure stroker. Chambliss to Caden Lee. What a strike. Clock stops, 1st down. 26 seconds left in field goal range. It's been great operation by Ole Miss. Spike the ball, we keep it moving. Here's Carnero. This dude's a special kicker. This is against Georgia. Hits from 55. Only one probably, right? Nope, hits from 56. And then, hey, how about another one? You got it? Yeah, no problem. 47-yard game winner to win it.
Weapon.
It's from Cornelius, North Carolina. Transferred in from W. Kent on the sheet here, which we obviously, Western Kentucky. Obviously, Hilltopper, we know that.
So right now, ball on the 40. You're in his range.
Jackson Dart getting a massive ovation from the Ole Miss Rebel crowd here as he's shown on the Jumbotron. Good for him. Tough year with the Giants.
It was tough. You know, staying healthy, he was good when he was playing. A lot going on around him. Fired head coach. He got fired people all around in that building. Hopefully they can rebuild around this kid and give him a chance.
Hopefully this guy has a chance. It just doesn't go to a wasteland with that Giants team.
Most likely, though.
Who's going to be the next coach?
Hey, we hope the Giants don't suck forever because Jackson Dart's seemingly beloved here at the Ole Miss faithful. Calais Campbell has just been shown on the Jumbotron. He's larger than everybody else in the building outside of Markel Bell, the left tackle. Trinidad Chambliss, 2nd and 10, 24 seconds left. Spike the ball on first down. What do they do with the second down? Motion. In field goal range already for Carnero with a huge leg.
He dropped it.
Dylan Day had his hands on it. C. Toddy, D-Butt.
You got to catch the ones they throw to you. That's the acronym. And this could have been, you throw those out routes, you're late to the flat. These go back the other way for touchdowns.
Oh.
Man, that's going to keep him up tonight, I promise you.
Dylan Day had Keontae Scott dreams. Ofer on third downs. Gonna have to get out of bounds and another drop. Fourth down here. Carnero takes the field. This will be a 57 or 58-yard field goal, depending upon if they're a 7 or 8-yard operation. 17-13 certainly feels different than 17-10. This would be a gigantic kick. 58-yard attempt for Carnero. Western Kentucky Hilltopper. Now Ole Miss Rebel. Hit the game winner against Georgia. Stroked. This kid's unbelievable.
Wow. Hit the net.
Absolutely stroked. Carnero was stroking in the East, and now he's stroking in the West. This dude might be the actual best college kicker I've ever seen. He's now 10 of 11 on 50-plus yard kicks, 3 for 3 in 55-yard plus kicks in the last 2 games. And obviously he had room to spare, and he did not hit that one as pure as he hit his first field goal. That was a 80%, 75% ball from that kid. He's unbelievable.
That was a no-doubter.
Huge ball, huge ball.
I mean, you talk about time of possession. Miami's had it, Ole Miss has it. To like a 24-minute to 6-minute differential, it's a 4-point game. If you're Pete Golden going into half, you say, boys, they killed us. We're down 4. It can only go up from here. Lot of juice coming out of that big field goal from Carnero, and then he kicks a kickoff out of bounds. Oh, no. Oh, no, too jacked up. Can't do it. Oh, no. I'll take back everything I said. I'm so sorry, Carnero.
What's the long for Miami's kicker?
Yeah, that's good. Carter Davis has been hitting the ball very well as well. All of a sudden, ball's on a 40. 53 is the longest he's attempted and made thus far. Doesn't mean that's the furthest he can make it. He's been kicking kickoffs 16 yards deep. I think Carter Davis has a big leg as well. Once again, Carnero, I'm so sorry I did that to you.
Oh, it looks like you're taking the knee, taking this in halftime.
It's all right, Trico did it on Sunday night too, so.
I'd rather make the 57-yarder and make the kickoff out of bounds than the other way around.
Well, they're taking a knee, so it doesn't matter. Who cares? Everybody forget about it.
We do. It's gone.
Never happened.
Never happened.
17-14 game here. What did you see from this Miami Hurricanes team on offense, and what do you think Cristobal's saying at halftime quickly?
I mean, this is what you wanted if you're Miami. Controlling the ball, running the ball, making some explosive plays. You want more of a lead, so you got to feel good if you're Ole Miss.
And you, AJ, what are your thoughts on what's being said at halftime?
Yeah, obviously, like you said, Ole Miss, they're only down 17-13. They've had time of possession, obviously very lopsided against it, not in their favor, I guess. Kewan Lacey, you know, not in the game for them right now. It doesn't feel great, but you're only down 4.
A.Q. Shipley's name makes the graphic. What was your takeaway from the big boys in the first half?
Listen, if you're Miami, you have the lead, but the biggest thing is we talk about time of possession. You need 1 point per minute of possession. They are undervaluing their production so far. They have to get better production. They have to score points. If you're Ole Miss, that is a win.
What a take.
A huge win.
Tone, did you hear that?
Yeah, 1 point per minute of possession.
Is that a known thing?
Yeah,
I like that.
That's. I feel like we're just dropping
it.
some real knowledge out here. That is certainly not the case for 25 minutes. to 5 minutes basically for this Miami team. Tone, if you're live betting or live looking at this, what are some things you're thinking about?
Honestly, with Lacey being out and the way that Miami is dominated, they should be up a lot more. I would look at maybe them in some fashion.
All right, we'll see you for the second backfield. Carson Beck under center. Old school football play action. Good ball motion. Carson Beck like he's Harry Houdini with the football behind his quad. That pickup of the targeting was awesome. Hell yeah, boss. Shamar Brown gets it. Cut back. That's the juiciest cut in football, AQ. You guys are calling a great game thus far. Touchdown, Hurricanes! I appreciate you. Thank you, Caney. Sebastian. Okay, Sebastian's the name, sorry, not Caney. What's your problem? He said Pat right here. I don't know if you can see this. Pat on there. We'll open that in the second half. Name is not Caney, it's Sebastian. And Sebastian's a mascot for the Miami Hurricanes, who have a 4-point lead, getting the ball out of half. Welcome back to Field Pass here on ESPN2. We're not supposed to be here. We're lucky to be here. What a game thus far. Only 4 points separate them.
What a game. Got to feel good if you're Ole Miss after that first half, only coming out down 4 points. And then Miami, you get the ball back to start the half. So let's drive down and get some points if you're on that Hurricane sideline.
AQ Shipley, Albert Einstein football. I need a point for every minute of possession that you have. It's not about having it, it's about what you do with it. Miami dominated the first half in time of possession, only up 4. This one's coming to D-Butt. D-Butt's over D-Butt's head. Michael Foss! That's a soccer player! Yes. That's a soccer player right there. That's a good catch. That's a good catch.
Good catch, Fosso.
Catch. Yeah, Ole Miss equipment manager agrees.
Had to catch it.
There's our guy, Mr. Banks, getting into it with more there afterwards. Foss, incredible catch. Honestly, Mike Foss, a man who had a cup of coffee in the MLS, obviously general manager of Concava, jump catch after a 90-yard kickoff.
Yeah, it was huge. I don't know if you saw the point. It's very key communication back there when you're returning. You, me. Great job, Foss.
I wish Foss would have took the field like he was Spanx. Took that thing to the crib. Carson Beck hands it off to Mark Fletcher, which we think they should do every single play, every time we watch them play, AJ.
That does kind of seem like the sentiment from all of us when we were talking during the break. Give the ball to Fletcher. Run it downhill, continue trying to lean on these guys if you are the Miami offensive line.
Speaking of running backs, Lacey is out here with a full leg sleeve. Ole Miss's running back that had maybe a hamstring pull in the first half. Seems like he's going to give it a go. That's great news for Trinidad. 2nd and 7, ball on the 28. Snap by Carson Beck, nothing but time. Great coverage by Jackson.
Sticky coverage. Nowhere to go with the ball right there. Graves Jr., South Florida kid himself, playing against the hometown school, big-time play.
Sorry, not Jackson. Chris Graves Jr. Great call. Carson Beck, 3rd and 7. 3 and out would be gigantic for Pete Golding's Ole Miss Rebels team. 6 seconds on the play clock. Carson Beck has made a lot of changes. Ole Miss's crowd is very loud. Seems like that's offsides. They don't call it. Malachi Toney gets a tunnel screen and a first down for the Miami Hurricanes, D-Bud.
Great job right there from Carson Beck. That's when you have the veteran quarterback. We all know the audio from the sideline to the quarterback goes out around 15 seconds. He was making checks all the way up until the snap. Went 4 strong. Quick tunnel screen to Malachi Toney.
Guard pulled before the ball was snapped there to the right.
He did. I thought it was a false start. He pulled right. The tackle goes out on the alley screen. What a block by the massive left tackle, Bell, to get Toney free.
6'9", 3 whatever, maybe 4 Bills. Play action, Carson Beck takes a shot. C.J. Daniels Jr.'s down there. Great pass breakup once again.
Once again, Graves Jr. on the coverage took a shot. We talked about it earlier in the game in the first half. These are the most shots we've seen from Carson Beck in his offense. They see the opportunity, throwing it downfield. It's time to C.J. Daniels. Did he get there a little early? I don't mind the no call here. Let him play ball.
They haven't been calling anything tonight. They picked up a targeting where 2 helmets crashed into each other at 22 miles an hour each. The boys are letting them play. Miami fans will respect it later whenever it gets called in their favor. 2nd and 10, ball in the 47. Josiah's the traitor to the right. Malachi Tony motions that way. Hand off to Mark Fletcher up the gut. Once again, same old, scrum, first down, gain of an extra 20 with no bread, no water.
Love to see it, love to see them get the ball and watch the O-line continue to push them. Rugby scrum, unbelievable.
Shout out to Booker T. We'll get it right one time, brother. But that's a lot of meat, a lot of body, a lot of will, and that's Mario Cristobal football.
AQ stepped on the meat.
Jammed it a little bit. Oh, flea flicker. Carson Beck throws it away. Smart decision. I love the discipline. Is that late hit?
Maybe intentional grounding, but he's outside of the pocket. I thought, we'll see.
Intentional grounding. Offense number 11 relinquished the ball and therefore is not granted the opportunity to legally ground the ball. Lost it down, spot of the foul, second down.
So he relinquished the ball in the handoff. Therefore, he's not allowed to ground the ball even if he's outside the pocket. Is that what it was just said? Because he's clearly out of the pocket.
Got to the line of scrimmage. That's how I interpreted it as well. So I guess we learned two things now: a point per minute, and now once you hand the ball off, you no longer can throw it away outside the pocket. Okay. Second and long.
Second and 22. Football U here. Big Ten officials getting it right, we assume. Hand it off to Fletcher. He's got wiggle, power, shake, and they got space. Third and very manageable after a second and very long. Going with the run game, not panicking, AJ.
Not panicking, exactly. I mean, we see the intentional grounding puts him well behind the sticks, and Fletcher's just too good. His vision is too good, and his patience.
And guess who's the lead blocker on that one to spring him free? Malachi Tony coming up, sealing the edge, creating that lane for Fletcher to get vertical, north and south, running behind his pass all night long.
A 39 on the 33, certainly in field goal range. Second and 22 to 39 on a run. Carson Beck hits Ole Miss guy in face.
Yep.
As C.J. Daniels slips and falls, and Chris Graves Jr., corner from Fort Myers, Florida, was all over this drive for the Ole Miss defense.
Yeah, he's physical, all over the receiver. Once again, a throw, you just want to give your receiver an opportunity to catch the ball. He kind of slipped, maybe a little slick surface down there, but physical coverage at the top of the route, I don't mind it.
Now we got another 50-plus yard field goal. Carter Davis misses it. Ole Miss gets the ball in the alumni section and seemingly all the momentum in the world, A.J. Hawk.
Big 3rd and 9 stop there from that Ole Miss defense to force a field goal here.
Missed field goal. Can Trinidad make the most of it? Explosive play from the first half was Kwan Lacey scoring his 24th touchdown. Long one to the crib. Pulled up a little bit in the middle of his run. Had a hamstring issue in the first half. Now he has a full leg sleeve on his right leg. Saw him warming up, still in pads. That's obviously a positive. He's also on the field. He doesn't get it. Instead, a dime is thrown to Deshaun Stribling. Trinidad Chambliss puts it up, and his guy goes and gets it, Debo.
Yeah, he's got to win the one-on-one matchup. He's a big-time receiver. Had 7 for 122 last week against Georgia, and that's his first big play of the night.
Trinidad back to the sky. Could not see anything. Caden Lee makes the catch, and then he's introduced to the earth. Quick Quickly.
I mean, that's Jacoby Thomas football. That is how he shows up, with bad intentions every time.
Kane Lee makes the catch. Tempo. He's in motion now.
That's two. It's 2 drop picks tonight after the big hit. Jacoby Thomas got tried in coverage, got his hands on it, read it the entire time. Got to take advantage of those opportunities if you're on either one of these defenses to make big plays. Great job reading and reacting there.
We're currently being joined by Nikki Bella. Hello, Nikki.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. The Fiesta Bowl Grand Marshal, if my memory serves me accurate. You're a big deal around here.
Yes, I mean, when you're the Grand Marshal, that's like, I mean, you're the leader. You're the one in charge.
How's it been? Has it been a good celebration? Has it been good festivities, you think?
Oh my gosh, it's been amazing. I have to say the Fiesta Bowl always crushes it and how they give back to the communities, but it's been amazing. I think having these 2 teams be here made it even better.
100 days till WrestleMania. How do you feel? Are we going to kick somebody's ass in Vegas or not?
Oh, you know I'm going to, and you know how that feels.
Yeah. I won't feel that again.
Yeah, I'm making sure to walk out with gold this time.
Well, Ole Miss continue its hunt for gold. Trinity.
Oh!
I don't know how that ball going. Hot potato. It's a completion. It's a pick. It's on the ground. 4th down, Ole Miss, but
right there once again. Winadad giving one of these phenomenal receivers, Wallace, right there. Another opportunity. Great coverage by Ethan O'Connor to get his first hand on it. Then we had another hand on it. Then we had another hand on it. I mean, we got to come down with that ball if you're Ole Miss or a Miami Hurricanes fan.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is happening. I'm within 1.5 feet of the icon. Obviously, Nikki Bella, but also the greatest to ever hold a camera. I said this man was the greatest kicker that college football has ever seen. And he doinks one right above Spank's camera. Nikki, all chaos has happened since you have joined us. We appreciate that. What have you been doing for the Fiesta Bowl? What are you doing tonight?
Tonight I'm just trying to root on Ole Miss, but that didn't work.
Oh, you're an Ole Miss fan.
So only tonight because I like their story, but I'm actually a Sun Devil fan, so. His name?
Sebastian.
Oh, Sebastian.
Yeah.
Sebastian.
I'm so sorry.
That's some respect.
Whoa, fight him, dare you.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we're there. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Nailed it. Oh, yeah, twisted up. Yeah, respect, Katie. Appreciate you.
He twists the beat. I mean, that's real.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Both ways.
Welcome back
Both
to the
ways.
Fiesta Bowl. This is certainly worthy of a watch. We are joined by Nikki Bella, 100 days till WrestleMania.
Yep.
On the Jumbotron, you got Reggie Wayne, Andre Johnson, Edrin James. 2 of those men are former teammates of mine.
All 3 former Colts, though.
Legends across the board. Speaking of legends, Nikki Bella's here.
Thank you. Thank you for recognizing that.
No problem. Trailblazer in the business.
Yeah.
In this business. The business.
Oh, yeah.
Big football fan. We know she likes Arizona State. We know she likes the Philadelphia Eagles. Noted.
Yep.
That's right. Fly, Eagles, fly.
That's right. That's white, I guess is what they would say about the Eagles.
They would
the
now.
Eagles this year.
I mean, it's an exciting ball club.
Very exciting ball club.
Very.
Great time to be alive. Always been a football fan, Nikki, or no?
Always been a football fan. Raised that way.
What do you like about the sport so much?
I mean, the energy, competition. I mean, even though, you know, our fighting's a little different. We have predetermined finishes.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Wait.
Are you predetermined?
I'm just kidding.
Real to me, damn it!
But what I'm saying is I like because they don't know it. None of us know the finish.
Unbelievable.
What do you think about Cena's ending? What do you think about Cena's ending? Is that good?
Unbelievable.
Were you a fan of Cena's ending and how that all played out,
You
I guess?
know,
Gunther choked me out a month before that.
I'm still mad.
Just kidding.
What's your pre-match ritual, like a pre-game routine?
Yeah.
What's the routine before you go out there in front of a crowd like this?
You know, it's a lot of stretching and a lot of prayers, especially with this new generation. It's like, okay, can I just keep up?
Can you keep up? Yeah.
Of course I can, right?
Yeah.
I should have won 2 weeks ago, right?
Carson Beck's 45 years old.
Yeah.
He's keeping up out here.
Is that the ref? Just kidding.
Go. Carson Beck. Getting loose. This has been the part of Carson Beck's game that we've seen the last couple weeks that we did not expect.
Absolutely. A veteran quarterback taking what the defense is giving him. Huge third down right there. Love to see him scooting. Kind of sneaky athletic out there, catching the defense off guard.
What do you mean sneaky athletic?
I love it. I'm a big fan of it. God forbid white boy get a little motion.
Whoa!
You didn't expect it.
That's right.
Why didn't we expect it?
As a defender,
you
it's
saw
like,
that and you're like, oh, shoot. Like,
Exactly.
there you
Exactly.
go. Yeah. Sneakiness.
Sneaky athletic.
Yeah. I want to be sneaky athletic.
No, that means
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just like,
I'm deceptive. Okay. Mark Fletcher Jr. to the outside. I'll tell you what, Miami's getting back to what Miami does, AQ Shipley.
I would have to think if they just handed the ball off every single play for the rest of this drive, it would end in a touchdown. Why won't they do it?
I don't know. We've been asking that question since Texas A&M. Have we not, AJ?
Yeah, we have. AQ, if you were out there and you're an offensive lineman, would you be yelling to the sideline at your coach to, hey, let's run this thing all day long?
Absolutely. All day long.
Do coaches listen,
over.
though?
Yeah, just absolutely they'll listen. If you go over there and demand it, they will call it.
Fletcher's getting 5.8 a tote. Conman, you have a question for Nikki before we let her go enjoy her suite?
Yeah, Nikki, huge one for the Eagles against the Niners. How do we think that's going to kind of play out with the 49ers coming to town?
well, you know, home field advantage, and our Eagles have crushed them before, and we'll do it again.
Bulletin board material. That's from the Eagles locker room.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
That's from the Eagles locker room now.
That's from Coach Nick himself.
Okay.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Nikki, we appreciate you. Congrats
you
on
guys.
kicking ass.
Y'all
Welcome
have
back to
fun.
WWE. It's awesome to see you out there. And 100 Days
Hopefully
to Mania.
we'll
We
see
can't
you.
wait to watch you.
Gotta get you back in the ring.
I'm too old. See you, Nikki.
Never
Thank you.
are too old. Bye, guys.
Carson Beck, 3rd and 3, hands it off to Shamar Brown. He picks up the first down and more. They can run it whenever they want, AJ.
I like when they run it downhill. You don't even need to mess with the perimeter runs. Let's run downhill, A gap, B gap, and eventually one of these is going to hit.
Shamar Brown has been a tough yard getter for Miami.
I love how both of these running backs finish their runs. They always finish forward, falling forward, and it's nothing worse for a defense when you get the ball ran right at you, and then you see a guy coming in with fresh legs to take a couple carries.
Shamar Brown behind Carson Beck. Handed off again. Gain of 3. Tone, I don't know why they're not just, I guess they are actually. Maybe Miami's just going to do it. We've been asking for it for a while. Tone, maybe they're just going to do it. 7 runs, no passes this drive.
They are doing it this drive, but this has been the area every single drive where they either get a penalty or they do something stupid and then they have to punt or take a long field goal. We'll see if they just keep running it.
Thanks, Tone.
You're welcome.
Carson Beck, Malachi Tony in motion.
Jeez, that's your fault.
Right
that's your fault, Tone.
Come on, Tone. Come on, Tone. That's disgusting.
False start.
Jeez.
Offense,
Every time.
73, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
What's their problem, Darius?
I don't know.
Tony predicted that with his dumb cowboy hat on from 50-some yards away.
Listen, the braid is dumb.
great.
The cowboy hat is cool.
Yeah, you're right. Agreed.
Well said.
Thank you.
Sorry I even said that. Traveling with cowboy hats, not as cool.
No, it's not.
Certainly a commitment. 2nd and 13. 6:30 already left in the 3rd quarter. Flying by here. Carson, through the hands of number 1.
JoJo Trader. Gotta catch that one, young man. That gets you in the 3rd and manageable. Now you're in 3rd and 13 around midfield. Maybe a 4-down territory situation with what happened on the last special teams play with the missed kick. We'll see.
Carson Beck puts another one on the dime.
Every time this Miami offense has gotten in trouble, it's when they get behind the sticks here. Now we've got a long 3rd and 12.
Ole Miss crowd trying to make it difficult on Carson Beck. He has time. He's going to take it himself, and he's got a lot of green in front of him. Going to be 4th and very short for the Miami Hurricanes. Carter Davis missed a 50-yard field goal. They will not send the field goal out. They will be going for it. They've picked up a 4th down before. What's he looking for, AJ?
Look at all this space in the middle of the field here. There's no one there because everyone's matched up. They got their backs turned. He sees it. I can pick up 10, 11 yards here.
4th and 2. Ball on the 31. Hand off to Shamar Brown. We're going to go right up the gut and pick it up for the scrum with a gain of an extra 10. I love the cut of this Hurricanes jib, AQ.
We talked about it earlier. Short yardage is the same as inside the 5. It's a mentality. And when you look at this replay, look at the offensive linemen down the field. All of them are churning. The backs are churning. Every single person on that team is past the line of scrimmage and getting the first down.
So I think what AQ's saying is they're churning and earning and yearning for a first down time.
Without a doubt, and now is the time where you got to stop getting cute. Stop throwing the ball, run it down their throats, and score a touchdown.
Shamar Brown gets it again right up the gut. Makes cutback. Gain of 5, just like that. At Texas A&M, we thought this was the key.
Yep.
Against Ohio State, we thought this was the key. And as we sit here tonight, it was the first drive where we thought to ourselves, they can run it all night if they want to against this Ole Miss team, and they are.
Absolutely. Sitting here with a 4-point lead, this is an opportunity to push momentum either further in your direction. Just keep running it down their throats.
4:20 left. Happy holidays to all those who celebrate. Third quarter flying by as the run game continues. 3rd and short coming. 11 rushes on this drive. Ole Miss has 9 total runs in the game. Now, once again, time of possession is abnormally swaying in the Hurricanes' favor, but they haven't been able to put up points with the rock in their hands, AQ.
They got to find a way to get a touchdown here because, again, a field goal only makes it still a 1-possession game. They have controlled the clock. Obviously, we're down to almost 4 minutes left in the 3rd. Got to run it, but you got to finish as well.
Mark Fletcher Jr. back in the backfield. 3rd and 7. Oh, no. Oh, no.
False start.
Oh,
Offense, number 73, 5-yard penalty. They're down.
Tone, this is just what they're doing. It's almost too obvious they're going to make a mistake.
I mean, it's what they've been doing all night with the penalties and, drop passes. It's just, I mean, this is when they've lost this season. This is what they've done, and they haven't done it all playoffs or since they lost to SMU. But here we are tonight, and they're dominating, but they're shooting themselves in the foot sometimes.
3rd and 12. 8 seconds on the play clock. Carson Beck still audibly. Has time. Deflection. I think that hit the ground. But as we stand in this exact moment, interception for the Ole Miss Rebels. Deflection at the line, tips and overthrows. Have to have those. And as we sit, it appears as if they did. I thought in real time with these eyes, it hit the ground. It was 3rd down, so a 4th down would be on the other side if it wasn't a pick. Big deflection at the line. Looks like it's a catch.
Yeah.
What an interception by Ole Miss. And that is what we're talking about. We're shooting themselves in the foot. What a play by the Ole Miss D. A lot of history, obviously, with these brands in college football. And tonight, they're trying to punch their ticket to the national championship. Overwhelmingly dominant performance by the Miami Hurricanes, but they just can't score, and they can't stop getting penalized. Trinidad Chambliss just does what he's done all year. Roll to his right, drop an absolute dime to Deshaun Stribling. What a play, especially with the moment of getting your momentum all the way back.
Absolutely. Great job, the play call-wise, getting him out of the pocket, getting him on the move. And once again, even when he scrambles or gets out of the pocket, he's always looking to throw the ball to these dynamic wide receivers.
Another physical hit that leaves a wide receiver exiting the game. Quan Lacey next to Trinidad Chambliss. Is that for a distraction, or is he actually going to get the ball? Not going to get it. Trinidad, though, taking a shot down the middle of the field. Oh, my gosh. Would have been a phenomenal play by Ethan O'Connor. Jacoby Thomas sprints down and says, we're going to need you.
Oh, great job on the back end, getting there, high pointing it. Couldn't come down with it. Neither could Ethan O'Connor off the tip. And overthrows, we talked about it. That's 3 dropped interceptions now for the Miami Hurricanes secondary. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite them.
Normally the football gods do not bless you if you drop 3 picks. First down, Ole Miss, AJ.
I like how they're getting the ball out of their hands quickly for Trinidad. Now we're going to see a little bit of tempo from them, but mixing up the run and pass as well.
Connor, Ole Miss coming alive.
And their crowd is packed. Coming back from break, they were going nuts. They are jacked up down here.
Trinidad with Lacey next to him. Fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, fires that. Woo! To Deuce Alexander. Deuce live from the crowd. What a throw. That was like a shortstop trying to gun somebody out at first.
Yeah, Tone said it. That's a live arm. When you talk about on the next level, can a quarterback make all the throws? Those are the type of throws you're talking about.
Lacey not getting the ball, but certainly some attention from the Miami defense, you would assume. Once again, doesn't get it. We get this out to Lee, who took a big shot earlier. He picks up a first down and more. An exciting White getting loose for Ole Miss as we're running tempo offense.
Great job by the other wide receivers. Stalk blocking Keontae Scott out there in the open space. Typically, that's a play that he makes. Held on to him just enough to keep him off his wide receiver.
Trinidad Chambliss currently at 153 yards passing. Putting something together here. No runs on the drive, all through the sky, and we see an incompletion to Lacey, who had to come out of a break right there.
I think everything. What's interesting when you look at this Ole Miss offense is everything's getting all the ball out of the ball out of his hands fast because they don't want to deal with this pass rush from Miami. So get the ball out fast, see numbers on the outside, get it to wide receiver on the edge, and let him make a play.
Miami had 11 rushes on their drive. Ole Miss has 6 throws. Complete opposite ways of going about business. Ball on the 37. Lacey next to him. Play action again. Makes somebody jump, though. Ethan O'Connor, who had the drop, puts his seatbelt on and says, I strapped his ass up, Debo.
That's great coverage right there. One-on-one on the outside. AQ's just talked about it. You got the matchup on the outside. Give your wide receiver a chance. Good coverage by Ethan O'Connor. And you better believe that wide receiver is side-eye number 8 in the middle of the field, Jacoby Thomas.
Ole Miss 0 for 6 on 3rd down tonight. 3rd and 10. Ball on the 37, could be in field goal range. Trinidad looking to the wide side. Decides to keep it himself. That's when he's dangerous. Gain of a few.
They brought everybody on the blitz right there. That was the first time Miami has brought pressure, and they got home. They kept him in the pocket instead of letting him escape out of the pocket.
Carnero, the kicker, coming out. We've obviously been very impressed by him. Trinidad Chambliss, great tackling there by Miami. We've seen him break free on those a few different times.
Oh, yeah. Blunt got him down to the ground.
Lucas Carnero. Last kick was a big old doink. This one's another bank home with a kiss. Carnero back on the good side. 3 points added for the Ole Miss Rebels, and we have a 1-point game. That thing was turned sideways. Carnero obviously doesn't love that it wasn't perfect. but I thought there was no chance it was going to be good. The football gods bless him. 3 points. Ole Miss. Super football weekend here. Starts tonight with college football playoff semifinals. Ends on Monday night with the Houston Texans traveling to Acrisure Stadium to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's a great time to be a football fan. 17-16, the Miami Hurricanes are up over Ole Miss with 22 seconds left in the third quarter already. A couple long-ass drives by Miami. Not as many points to show. Somebody's talking some shit.
Oh, yeah.
Heard some big-time words being said to each other.
What'd they say?
It rhymes with luck and then you.
Truck boo.
Yeah, potentially. Third downs tonight. Started 5-5. Now we're 0-2 for Carson Beck. 61 yards on the first 5 third downs, and in the last 2, we got 0 yards and 1 pick to show for it. Now, deflection at the line, certainly tough.
Yep.
Great play made by Ole Miss. Incredible pick by Ole Miss.
Absolutely. Franklin did a great job at the line of scrimmage, batting the ball up to lead to that interception. But the story tonight right now for the Hurricanes, the penalties, they got to stay out of their own way. If they can stay on time and stay on track, they've been able to put points on the board.
Mark Fletcher Jr. in the backfield. Carson Beck hands it off to him, and he stays in bounds as he rumbles for a first down, AQ Shipley.
Yeah, I love that. They got the tight end to the right, 3 receivers to the left, so you get all the support players to the left, and then the tight end gets a great block. Huge hole off the right side for a big gain on first down.
110 yards on the night. More rush yards by himself than Ole Miss has, even though Ole Miss had that long touchdown from Lacey. We head into the fourth quarter of the Fiesta Bowl with a 1-point game. Who's going to the Natty? The next 15 will tell the story. Welcome back to the Fiesta Bowl, a game that this man knows very well. Read that graphic. Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. And then, oh yeah, go on to be the 2-time Fiesta Bowl Defensive MVP and hunt down his future brother-in-law, Brady Quinn, in the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Shedding blockers, putting his face in the fan. That's A.J. Hawk football right there. We're proud of you, A.J.
Thank you, yeah. Well, that old school ASU stadium, that place is awesome. Cut right into the mountain.
You're also awesome, and I think we all forget how big of an actual monster you were on the football field.
The genesis of Exciting Whites. I remember you on a video game, AJ.
Always had the black tape on. Long hair flowing. CTE thinking about it. Tony stays on his feet. Miami gets a huge gain when they needed it.
Yeah, great job once again, getting the ball in your playmaker's hands. Easy throw and catch, and let Tan do the rest. Get out in the flat. Easy pass for Carson Beck. Just get him out of space, make a play.
They've done that a couple times now. Just get the ball into Malachi Tony's hands. Full huddle. Slow the game down. Let's play at our tempo. Miami Hurricanes are clock eaters. 4 catches thus far for Malachi Tony. Handoff, gain of minimum. Shout out to Ole Miss getting a stop on a run. AJ.
Yeah, I wanted to ask AQ, if you're running the ball and having a lot of success offensively running, what can a defensive line do that really pisses you off as an offensive line? What can they do to really disrupt it?
Line movement's everything. If they start slanting the front, bringing slot pressure, or blitzing, all of that stuff, because that's what, whenever you go into a game plan, you're blocking just the initial look. You're not getting it moving.
Hell yeah. Carson Beck. Oh, tries to spin out of it. And Sontarian Perkins says, I don't think so. What a speed rush off the edge.
Yeah, he came in clean, and AQ was just kind of talking about a late movement for him to get on the edge. Mark Fletcher Jr. never sees him, never picks him up. Carson Beck was dead to rights.
3rd and 17. Carson Beck Crossing routes in front of him. Ole Miss D-line on top of him. 4th down, Miami. And the Ole Miss defense gets a huge stop, D-Bud.
Yeah, nowhere to go in the back end. Carson Beck tried to step up in the pocket. You had low crossers. You had some deep routes. Malachi Tony with the deep post. But Beck did not have an opportunity to get the ball downfield. Great job by Ole Miss on the money down.
Still really a 4-man, almost a 3-man rush because one guy's backing out, almost acting like a spy. So for Ole Miss to get 4 3-man pressure, that is gigantic.
Dylan Joyce in the punt. High, big ball. Fair catch at the 10 where Trinidad will try to take the lead here in the 4th quarter. Instant classic on our hands. We'll see in a few. Last year, Carson Beck, Georgia Bulldog, had a tough go against this golden Ole Miss defense. 5 guys would go to the NFL from this Ole Miss defense, and Carson Beck had one of his worst days. Now tonight in the second half, deflection pick, couple sacks. Miami's going backwards. Momentum's in Ole Miss's favor. Trinidad Chambliss has his toes at the 5-yard line. Down 1 in the 4th quarter. Handoff to Lacey, who had just been a decoy since the hamstring, gets the rock and gains nothing.
Nowhere to go as soon as he got that ball. Poser was all over him from the back end. Way to show up in the run game.
They had no called rushes in the 3rd quarter. Lacey gets the ball. Now he's out. Chambliss looks to his left, throws a dot to Deshaun Stribling. Chambliss has a live arm, and he's got accuracy. That was a dart. 3rd and 1. If you're Miami's D-line, have you gotten home as much as you think you should have gotten home? Big sack here would obviously change things. Hand off to Lacey. He pushes forward for a 1st down. Bad hamstring, 2nd effort. When they needed it, he got it, AJ.
Lacey's a warrior out here. We know hamstrings are one of those things you can't really just tough through it. It will grab on you. So I would expect him to be very smooth, not a whole lot of starting and stopping when you have a soft tissue injury like that.
Ruben Bain just ruined the guy's night, but they pick up a 1st down. First down on 3rd down they've had all night. Trinidad Chambliss throws a seed to Daquan Wright. Transfer from Virginia Tech, 6'4", 255 senior. Goes up there and gets it. Trinidad thrown to a spot, D-Butt.
Yeah, he's seeing it, man. From the pocket, he had hands up. It's a layered throw. You got a low throw. You got a deep throw. You got an intermediate throw. He hit the intermediate one right on time and right on target.
Chambliss continues to put up some passing yards. Hands it off to Quan Lacey. Slips, but gains 6. 4. Good guess. Almost had it. Lacey fighting through here, a hamstring. I love to see it. In a world full of get me out of here, I don't want to hurt myself for the future. Lacey out here with a pulled hamstring. Back-to-back runs. Back-to-back big plays. 1st down, Ole Miss, AQ.
Yeah, they love that play where they pull the backside tight end. He fills at the point of attack. That is the exact same play they ran when Lacey had the big touchdown in the 1st half.
Ty Schmidt, tough as nails, this Lacey.
Yes, he is, and that was kind of the question we had coming in. You know, is Ole Miss going to be able to stand up to the physicality of Miami's front? And I'll tell you what, they're showing a lot of heart right now.
Chambliss, empty backfield. Lacey on the bench. Motion, handoff, minimum gain. What is next for this Ole Miss offense? What do you dial up? Are we taking a shot at some point here with Chambliss?
Getting to the line of scrimmage, this offense, they got 2 plays. Darn near every play. So Chambliss, he's been doing a great job getting to the next player if it's coming from the sideline. And he's been calm, cool, and collective, especially when he's protected.
110 yards already in the 2nd half. Makes a handoff. Pressure's on him. Chambliss doing Chambliss stuff. Extends the play. Acrobatic catch almost made by Deuce Alexander.
I think we got a chance to see the wheels that Chambliss has right there. They were coming, Miami was coming downhill at him, and how quickly he was able to escape the pocket. There's not many guys in college football right now that can escape like that.
We're in Arizona. Has a lot of Kyler to him whenever he's escaping. Can extend the play with the best of them.
That's not an easy throw to make either. For a right-handed quarterback to square those shoulders up going left, make an accurate throw.
Full sprint to your left. Drop back. Takes a big shot. Delivers a seed to Caden Lee. With a flag late. What a play by this Ole Miss Rebels offense.
Big time throw.
Wait on the Big Ten officiating crew here to tell us what the flag is.
Personal foul, targeting. Defense number 6. The play will be under further review.
That's Xavier Lucas, who is potentially going to be ejected from this game. This Caden Lee kid's just been taking a licking and keep on ticking. Trinidad got hit after he released the ball, got up, started running his mouth. I like that. And this seed over the ref's head. I don't know if we're going to be kicking somebody out of a college football playoff semifinal for this, are we?
Nah, I don't think so.
I sure hope not.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't, honestly, I'm going to be real with you. I don't even like that it's a flag. The playoff games that we've been on, I don't even like that they're throwing. I see the crown of the helmet.
That's what they claim, right?
Yeah.
So that's something they may see. In live action, didn't look like it, but we'll see what this Big Ten officiating crew feels.
But also, I think there was clear intent for right shoulder there. They've already picked up one targeting call where 2 helmets hit each other. I'll be intrigued to see how they rule this one, AQ.
I will too, because it's so hard for these guys to lower their target and hit exact spots. He was clearly going in with his shoulder, and head obviously hits, but again, that was not his intent.
Feels like they're going to pick this one up, Tone. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree, but I think the only difference between the first one and this one is the helmet was lowered because he had to, because he had to get down to the ground,
I think
versus it was face mask to face mask last time. I don't know if that matters.
AJ, you think they stick with
I'm
this?
just telling you, if you lower your head, if you act like it's your...
After review, the ruling of targeting is upheld.
Told you.
Wow. I've been completely wrong.
Automatic first down. Number 6 was disqualified for the remainder of the contest.
Coach Cristobal is obviously infuriated by that decision. The crown of his helmet was down. I guess that's the differentiator. I thought he was clearly leading with his right shoulder. I'm 0 for 2 tonight, con man, on what's targeting, what's not targeting.
That's okay. I'm about 0 for 2,000 on my life. It is tense in here, Pat. Right now, Miami fans are nervous.
And they're not happy either. Xavier Lucas, your college football playoff semifinal is over. A lot of penalties on this Miami Hurricanes team. Hand off to Lacey.
Another flag. Late hit from Miami. Again, it looked like.
A lot of emotion from this Miami team right now.
David Blade Jr. potentially.
After the play, personal foul, late hit, defense number 11. After this, it's to the goal, first down.
This is kind of...
Full beers.
Full beers getting tossed onto the field here.
Whoa.
More beers getting tossed from the Miami Hurricanes.
Man.
I see 1 beer. 2 beers. 4 beers. 6 beers. 5 security. Trying to figure out what the hell's going on down here.
And they're pissed off because those were damn near full beers too. And I know they're going about 25, 30. Yeah, it was close. It was close.
$30 beer. Juan Lacey doesn't give a damn.
He's so smooth.
2nd and goal inside the 5-yard line.
Mesidor down.
As Mesidor goes down, Xavier Lucas has been ejected. And Blay picks up his 2nd huge penalty of the night. Let's head to a commercial and see if we can get some things under control. Chaos at the Fiesta Bowl. Ole Miss about to take the lead. Bears are flying. Couple of gigantic calls here against the Miami Hurricanes. We had a targeting call. And we had a late hit call from number 11 coming in right there with his shoulder to a head. And then all of a sudden the Canes fans are tossing beers. $18 worth of beers almost hitting A.Q. Shipley in the head. Rattled the entire ground as that thing bounced from about the 2nd level.
Look at Mike Foss springing to action.
Mike Foss was ready to catch a beer and chug that thing. We appreciate him for that. Already caught a kickoff tonight. Maybe a couple pounders flying from the sky. Canes fans not happy. Seems like everything's legit here. Could have seen the targeting call get overturned because they overturned one already earlier, but things have really turned on their head here quickly. Mesidor has a right shoulder injury, right arm injury. He was very emotional during the break. Obviously, a huge part of this Miami Hurricanes defense. And now we got 2nd and goal from the 5. 1-point game. Can this Ole Miss improbable run continue? Mesidor heads into the medical tent. Trinidad Chambliss gets back to the quarterback spot. Keeps it to himself, to the right. Almost gets the edge, gain of a few. We got 3rd and goal from about the 2.5, D-Bud.
Yeah, that's a good job right there by the defense, stringing it out. It's going to be tough to go east and west against this Miami defense. And this would be huge for the Miami Hurricanes to hold Ole Miss to 3 points here. I'd be interested if Ole Miss and old Pete over there are in 4th down territory right now.
Boys, you look incredible in the slow motion replays underneath that upright down there.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Ty, this might be your best fit yet.
Hey, listen, I said, what would Pistol Pete Golding wear for his Sunday best?
Another drop pass, this one from Lacey as Keontae Scott buries him into earth. Field goal attempt to take the lead with 7 minutes left in the 4th quarter for Ole Miss. We've seen Carnero hit from far. We've seen him doink one no good, and we've seen him kiss one off the upright good. That one's another ball in his hands, but dropped. Wouldn't have been a touchdown anyways. Lucas Carnero has 2 doinks tonight. One was a miss, one was a make. They refuse to show the kick on the Jumbotron, so we'll eyeball this thing. That's good. 19-17, Ole Miss takes the lead. Phenomenal Fiesta Bowl.
Let's see how this one ends up.
In the national championship as Oregon and Indiana battle in the Peach Bowl tomorrow. But who will they face in Miami? Out of the Fiesta Bowl, 2-point game. 7 minutes left. Heard some chatter about potentially going for it while I was going to the bathroom. Is that what just happened?
No, I think they should have had a little bit more urgency to try and score a touchdown on early downs and not go for it.
Well, decisions being made on 4th downs are obviously massive for the head coach. These 4 head coaches left in the college football playoff semifinal all come from the Saban coaching tree. Coach Saban is obviously the grandfather of all of the teams left fighting for the national championship. Makes you wonder why Alabama didn't hire from the Saban coaching tree, Ty Schmidt.
Absolutely. I mean, just, you know, a pitiful decision, really. And now we see what's happening.
Ole Miss crowd growing real loud. Marion with the pass interference. 15-yard penalty in college ball, not necessarily a spot foul, but still a huge play for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, I like Miami coming out being aggressive. They haven't really been.
Interference, defense, number 32.
haven't really been in a situation in the fourth quarter. They've been in a situation with the lead and stepping on throats. So now they're in a position where they have to come back. And I like them taking the shot down the field once again to Keelan Marion, who had the big-time touchdown early in the first half, going back at him.
That ball a little bit underthrown, obviously, for DBs. That's tough. You don't get your head turned around. It's a tough one for you.
Especially if you get stacked. Marion stacked the DB there perfectly. That's why you do that. Joe Flacco football, kind of, for the Miami Hurricanes. 1st and 10. Carson Beck gets it out of his hands quickly to C.J. Daniels Jr. He has a gain of 7.
You guys were talking about the decision-making for Ole Miss, too. You got to remember, this is Pete Golding's 3rd game as a head coach. So he's got a lot on his plate as a new head coach.
Defensive guy as well.
Yep.
Defense rarely has to make the situational decisions. Special teams or offense. I think he's done a good job thus far. Speaking of good job thus far, Mark Fletcher Jr. with a Derrick Henry-like run to the right, A.J. Hawk.
Yeah, you would think this Miami offense is going to continue handing the ball to Fletcher, keep it on the ground with all the success that they have had and the movement they are getting up front.
130 yards thus far for Fletcher. But now we're getting to the point where the Miami Hurricanes are going to look to do something to go backwards. It's kind of been their MO.
Why are you guys doing this?
You said it.
What's going on?
A front somersault to exit the field. Hand it off, scrum, good stop by Ole Miss, A.J. Hawk. Oh, slip. All right, sorry, I was wondering how they stopped him. He slipped. It was the ground, it wasn't Ole Miss, T-Bunch.
Yeah, but they made him stop his feet. That penetration. Couldn't even get to the line of scrimmage before having to stop his feet, trying to make a cut. And then the ground got him down.
Now it's bombing, schoolboy. Lucky to be here at the Fiesta Bowl. 5:22 left in the game. Carson Beck, 2-time national champion winner. Trying to get the Miami Hurricanes back to the big dance. Quick to Malachi Tony, one of the most explosive players in football. He breaks through. Malachi Tony to the crib. Touchdown, Miami.
It's him. Hey,
he's supposed to be a senior in high school, and now he's doing his dance in the Fiesta Bowl in the 4th quarter to take the lead and maybe send Miami to the national championship.
Unbelievable play by Malachi Tony. Easy throw for Carson Beck once again. Get the ball in your playmaker's hands. A nice tunnel screen once again. We've been waiting for Malachi Tony to have that big-time, impactful play on offense. And there it goes, 4th quarter of the Fiesta Bowl.
What a play call. What a player. What a game. 24-19. Miami, because Malachi Tony is untackleable, D-Bus.
Send them in motion from the right to the left, the offense, and once again, just get the ball in 10's hands. Let these big offensive linemen get out there in space. Wash everybody out from right to left. You find a seam up the middle of the field. You break a tackle, keep your feet. You saw him get tripped up in Texas A&M on a long punt return. It could have been a touchdown. Not this time, baby. 24-19.
If you take a look at that replay one more time, they pulled the left guard to the right, held the backers, center gets out in front, held the backers just long enough, which opened up the middle of the field.
24-19, instant classic in the Fiesta Bowl, A.J. Hawk.
Impressive play there at Malachi Tony. Run that tunnel screen. It takes some courage to run back. You're running towards a bunch of gigantic D linemen that are retracing and trying to take your head off. Malachi, credit to him on that.
Isaiah Hartrup and Logan Diggs back to return. Carter Davis has kicked nothing but touchbacks. We'll see if they get an opportunity. Trinidad Chambliss had Kawan Lacey on the last drive. There's another touchback. This kid's a good kicker. Here we go. This is why you transfer to Ole Miss. Down 5. In the college football playoff against the semifinal. Chambliss has been there, done that before. Against Georgia. Had a heroic Final drive to set up Carnero to hit the game winner. 3 straight plays of Trinidad Chambliss being the best player on planet Earth. Can he work some more of his magic? Mesidor back on the field. His entire right arm taped up, braced up like he's the Terminator. Chambliss thrown to a spot. Hits Daquan Wright yet again. 2 straight drives with huge completions to Daquan Wright. Jacoby Thomas in clear and obvious pain, left shoulder it appears.
Yeah,
Trinidad Chambliss has been able to hit Daquan Wright a couple different times here in that window, I guess.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with Trinidad all night long. And once again, the levels concept, short, intermediate, deep throw. He hits the intermediate one. Once again, now Bryce Fitzgerald, the freshman, is back on the field for Miami.
2 picks for him against Texas A&M. Ruben Bain. Second down and 8. Trinidad Chambliss running a little slower tempo here. Obviously trying to manage everything. Down 5, not a lot of time left. What a pass breakup.
Jabari Antoine, the freshman, coming in, replacing the cornerback that got ejected, Xavier Lucas. Big time play. As DBs and DB coach, you talk about finishing the play through the ground. That's what he did. Great finish there.
Jabari. I thought that was a picture-perfect Moss situation. Caden Lee, number 19, in the slot to the right, has been the go-to. We have a timeout from Miami. Let's make sure we have our best play.
Charge timeout, Miami. They're first.
3rd and 8 here in the 4th quarter. Down 5. Are we at 4-down territory already?
Oh, you better believe it. If I'm Ole Miss, if I'm on that sideline, and Tone mentioned it early, only his 3rd game head coaching right now for Pete Golden, but I'm in 4-down territory, especially if I get it. What matters what happens on this 3rd down. You get positive plays, pick up at least 5 here. I believe they're going forward.
Ball in the 48. You do not want to give Miami the ball back with what they've been able to do to the clock.
Nope.
They've been able to absolutely drain this clock. They haven't been able to score as much as they should, but they've been able to drain the clock. Ole Miss, Miami right now. Oregon, Indiana tomorrow. These college football playoffs have been special. The Miami Hurricanes crowd knows that this is it. Into the dirt. Oh, no!
These Big Ten refs, man.
Pass interference. 1st down, Ole Miss. Must have been a hook on the backside that we couldn't see.
Pass interference. Defense, number 16. Ball be placed in the spot of the foul. 1st down.
That's Jabari Antoine, the freshman. His Cristobal's eyeballs are about to pop out of his head. 3rd and 8.
That's a bad call.
I don't know if that's a bad call.
How they've been calling it all night, it's a bad call. It's a tough call.
I don't know if DBs have been hugging wide receivers all night or not, but
they have.
That's a big call. Extends the drive here for Trinidad. Once again to the sky. Trinidad extending the play. And then some. 1st down. Talk your ish. AJ, Ole Miss and Trinidad refuse to give up.
The guy's just so explosive, and he's such a competitor. You can see it after each play. Look at him getting this crowd fired up, talking a little bit back and forth to the Miami sideline. You gotta love how he competes.
Under 4 minutes. Ball in the 26. Hand off to Lacey. He gets pumped. by Keontae Scott. True thumper.
Absolutely showing up in the backfield once again. But Trinidad, man, once again, I've been so impressed with him. And this is when these high leverage situations, this is when he really comes alive.
Conman, we love this Winidad.
Absolute junkyard dog. Could have a signature moment here.
He's had a few. Will he add to the resume? Trinidad.
Yeah.
Daquan Wright has been his go-to tonight. The Ole Miss Rebels take the lead with 3:13. Now, they're electing to go for two because Golding has a brain. Caden Lee, slot wide receiver, exiting the field. Looking to go up 3. Three receptions for 64 yards and a tud. Daquan Wright, tight end, showing up in the biggest moment. Shift to Trinidad, back to quarterback. Empty backfield. It's good. Caleb Odom puts Ole Miss up 3 in the Fiesta Bowl. Holy hell, what a game.
What a game. What a drive. What a play. Here's a touchdown right here. Just calm, cool, and collected once again from the pocket. Reading the defense, finding the open spot, and you mentioned it, throwing to a spot, seeing him before he breaks, right out of the pocket, boom, levels once again, short route, intermediate route, deep route, and he hits the intermediate corner route for a touchdown. And then
that ball is coming out before Daquan Wright has his head around.
Oh, yeah.
The amount of work and trust that takes, obviously spectacular for it to show up, and then let's get him rolling a little bit. And all of a sudden, we have a 3-point game. All Winidad does is answer and answer and answer, Ty. Can Carson Beck do the same?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, you talk about Winidad. I know he looks for that 6-year waiver, but boy, I'd love to see this guy play on Sundays next year.
It's getting chippy after the kickoffs. The Ole Miss faithful are losing their mind. Both quarterbacks having a pretty good night. Carson Beck obviously has an explosive touchdown. Trinidad Chambliss has been making plays all over the field. 3-13, 3-point game. What do you got? Miami Hurricanes. It is a feverish pitch in here. Hotty toddy. Hell yeah, damn right. Carson Beck takes a shot. Marion had no idea the ball was coming to him, T-Bud.
Yeah, we just saw it on the touchdown pass from Trinidad. He had to trust the timing. The ball was out of his hands before the receiver could turn around. Same thing here, but Keelan Marion just didn't get his hand around at the same time. A little underthrown once again. I would like that to be out front with some more on it. Maybe it'll be a touchdown. But once again, first play of the drive, taking the shot down the field.
3 of 9 in the second half for Carson Beck. They're going to need him to get rolling quickly. It is loud as hell in here. Strike! Back to Marion. That's a good ball there, AJ.
It's a nice confident throw as well to the sideline there. You know you got to be on time with it.
3rd and 2. What a throw by Carson Beck.
Great route, too. The corner had outside leverage. Marion did a great job attacking the leverage, getting out of bounds, and then making a tough contested catch on the sideline.
Handoff, first down, run game, still strong, A.J. Hawk.
If I'm Miami, I'm still feeding Fletcher in that run game.
2:45. Miami has 2 timeouts. This is why you paid Carson Beck to come to Miami. Carson Beck takes a shot. Big tight end. Holy hell. breakup.
Wydette Williams up the seam, one-on-one with the tight end. Tight end had 2 paws on it, just like on the other play. Finishing it through the ground. The play is never over as a DB. You finish that all the way through the ground. Knock that thing out. Great play.
Connor, I saw Big 87 rumbling down the middle of the field. Reminded me of Gronkowski.
A little bit. He's played a couple Super Bowls here, I think. He might make a play in the end here.
Carson Beck to Shamar Brown, who somehow turns that into a positive after being met in the backfield. 2:15 and ticking.
Wow.
3rd and 8.
Tell you what, didn't we do a semifinal game last year that went to overtime? Notre Dame, Penn State, maybe?
Yeah, of course. 2-minute timeout. Here's the Fiesta Bowl. 3-point game. About 55 different momentum swings. 2 incredible fan bases. 1 ticket to the national championship. 120 seconds will decide it all. I hope you can feel it through your television. This is college football at its finest. 2 heavyweights battling. Carson Beck, back shoulder, pass interference, 2 flags thrown. First down, Miami Hurricanes on a 3rd and long. D-Butt, maybe stop your potting from what happened on the last drive.
I mean, from what I saw, that was a great call right there. Grabbed him, looked like maybe a face mask. Maybe
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 2. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Obviously, at home, you couldn't hear our conversation during the break. D-Butt was potting big time because of the pass interference called against Miami. Feels like they made it right there, even though that was clearly a face mask and a pass interference. First down, Carson Beck. Malachi Tony in the slot to the right. Shamar Brown in the backfield. Shamar Brown, hard runner. Carson Beck, 2-time national champ. Gets it to C.J. Daniels Jr. Quick game. They've been doing a lot of that, A.J.
Yeah, they want the ball out of Carson Beck's hand quickly. Like we said, you got those athletes in space, get them on the perimeter.
A touchdown here would blow the roof off this place. A turnover would as well. Miami has 2 timeouts, 1:34 on the clock. Carson Beck was thinking dangerously. Now he's thinking survival. Malachi Tony!
Oh my God.
Goes up, and baby Jesus says, give me that thing! Catch of the year, potentially!
Oh my Lord.
Oh, baby Jesus!
Running full speed to the sideline. Oh!
Heel might be out.
Yeah, he's out. Great catch still.
Holy baby Jesus! He was out of bounds. All right, I was about to say that.
Wow.
All right, I'm going to say it. That's not good news that was not a catch.
Why not?
Football gods.
I don't want to hear that. Second down.
I'll tell you, that was. Yeah, that was us all realizing he was out of bounds there. Thought we saw something that was going to be historic, maybe a run for the rest of time.
Very similar to the Puka Nacua catch on Monday Night Football against the Falcons a couple weeks ago. You thought it was like, whoa, catch of the year, and then all of a sudden, just one little thing and it's a no catch. Takes the steam.
Damn.
Malachi Tony, true freshman for the Miami Hurricanes. Don't know what's taking so long with this Big Ten crew.
Yeah, what are we doing?
AJ.
They should have buzzed him down right away, shouldn't they?
After review, it's an incomplete pass.
Wanted the big pop. I respect it.
Third down.
I respect it.
Reset the game clock.
I'll tell you what, this game has been electrifying. What did Caney give me?
Huge third down right here.
That's not a good sign either. The message he sent me is taped together. That's not great. Third down and 6. Carson Beck. What a catch by C.J. Daniels Jr. Clock continues to roll, then it stops. That's great effort by C.J. Daniels. If he doesn't get it, they have to use a timeout in their short. Instead, fights, gets a first down, clock stops. Don't have to waste a timeout. New set of downs. Carson Beck, Shamar Brown does right. Just gave a signal to the wide receivers. Looked like they said hang loose.
Ooh.
It's all right. Get a chance to catch your breath here. 2nd and 10, 1 minute and 6 seconds left, D-Buck.
Yeah, he had Malachi Tony one-on-one on the slot fade. He had his step. He wanted C.J. Daniels out by the sideline. And we got 2nd and 10. Nothing wrong with a throwaway on first down if you're Carson Beck.
Michael Irvin obviously living and dying with every snap. Carter Davis, kicker from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, would currently be kicking a 50-plus yarder to tie the semifinal. Carson Beck has time, surveys, went to throw it away, almost got his ass picked. 3rd and 10. Tone Diggs, 51 current points, 3-point game. What did the line close at before kickoff?
The total was 52.5, so we were sitting right before that, and then the line was -3 Miami.
The Ole Miss hotty-toddy crowd who traveled out here to the desert in droves can sense a fairy tale strike from Carson Beck to Marion. What a throw, what a catch. Carson Beck spinning it.
Great drop, trusting his own line. We call that a spin dig. Short route, sit down, Malachi Tony, Keelan Marion across the middle, dig, great throw.
Mark Fletcher Jr. has 130 yards rushing. Marion has over 100 yards receiving. Shamar Brown had the ball. Carson Beck kept it. Ping-pongs himself to the ground. I don't think that was how that play was supposed to go, A.J. Hawk.
No, I don't think so. With Carson Beck credit to him for
30-second timeout.
helping it not become a complete disaster.
Here's a great throw. I mean, just right on time. That's a Sunday throw right there.
Absolutely. Stepping up in the pocket, trusting it. You see Malachi Tony, he's controlling those underneath defenders. That's who Carson Beck is reading. That's the defender in conflict. You take the short when you bite that cheese, as we say, and then you hit that dig route on 3rd and long. Great play, great execution.
Then I think there was a little miscommunication between he and Brown on whether or not he was going to give him the ball. Little indecisiveness can cost you. 2nd and 11, 1 timeout left now. I believe if Miami called a timeout there, which I assume they did. Oh, it's an Ole Miss time. Okay, I like that. Miami still has 2 timeouts. 2nd and 11 on the 19. Very makeable kick. C.J. Daniels, Malachi Tony to the right. Pumps fake. Carson Beck, back to Marion. Been the target of choice. Side ref saying it's a first down.
Speed.
Clock stops. Ole Miss spends their 2nd timeout. They're trying to get the ball back just in case.
Ole Miss, their 2nd 30-second timeout.
A lot of action has happened. with these uprights right above us.
I tell you what, if you're a Miami fan at home, you don't want these uprights to come into it. You don't even want to think about kicker, kick, anything that rhymes with kick. You got downs right. You got the full playbook right here for Miami. 31 seconds on the clock. You got 2 timeouts. So you still have the option to run the ball with one of these phenomenal running backs behind this awesome offensive line. So I'm interested to see what this Miami Hurricanes offense does.
What a legendary drive this would be for this Miami Hurricanes team. If they were able to punch this in and take the lead with less than 30 seconds left in the Fiesta Bowl. 1st and goal from the 8. What a game. What a sport. Shamar Brown lined up behind Carson Beck. Miami has 2 timeouts. Ole Miss only has 1. Shamar Brown gets it right up the gut. Hard running for a gain of 3 to 4. 2nd and goal from the 3. Timeout. Mario Cristobal.
Charge timeout. Miami.
I mean, what else could you want from a football game? Ty Schmidt, this is what college football playoff semifinals are made of.
Yeah, I mean, this is the absolute best. I mean, a lot of people, I think, probably thought, hey, this one maybe could get away from Ole Miss. What a game. And, this should, if Miami used to go in and score here, I think that will quiet a lot of the haters of Carson Beck.
Carson Beck has certainly showed up on this drive. Miami all night has been able to run the rock. Mario Cristobal is firing up the offensive line. They just ran it with Shamar Brown. He's on the field again. He's been their closer. Are they going to go to their bread and butter when they need it most? Season on the line. 2nd and goal from the 3. Do we let the big boys eat or not? Center James Brockermeyer out of Fort Worth, Texas. Carson Beck in shotgun. C.J. Daniels in motion to his left. They're throwing it. Carson Beck. He's going to run it in himself.
Wow!
Wow! Carson Beck takes the lead in the Fiesta Bowl. What a drive from the Miami Hurricanes to take the lead.
Wow!
And maybe send themselves to the national championship. Pete Golding's reaction is all of Ole Miss. That man might lose some hair. Those ladies might cry some tears. That man has watched Carson Beck and the Miami Hurricanes. Heads up, AJ.
What a moment.
Take a 4-point lead with 18 seconds left. What a drive by Carson Beck. What a finish by Carson Beck. What a game we have here in the desert.
What a moment. And obviously the quarterback, he's going to get all the praise and all the glory as he should. That offensive line gave him plenty of time to scan the entire field, go through his progressions, and AJ, AQ, Pat, all quarterbacks become scramblers down here in the low red area. He scanned it all, and he saw that lane to his left to run to glory.
Carson Beck was screaming the entire way into the end zone. There's a movie to be told about Carson Beck. The rise, the fall, and the rise again of Carson Beck, Tone Diggs. And this will certainly be one of the pinnacles of the journey.
Yeah, 2 years ago, he was one of the best quarterbacks in the nation. Last year didn't have the year that he wanted. Obviously, he gets hurt in the SEC championship. He transfers to Miami. There was a lot of questions about him this offseason, and then just has an awesome year this year. And to put an exclamation point on it right there, it's an awesome story for Carson.
Tone Diggs, what was the spread going into kickoff tonight?
-3 Miami.
They're currently up 4.
Yep.
58 total points. The over has hit. Can a miracle happen for Ole Miss? Fair catch on a kickoff. I hate it. Trinidad Chambliss, with one timeout, will now try to do the impossible. Carson Beck had all the time in the world, and all he saw was another natty as he scampered into the end zone, screaming like a child the entire time, D-Buck.
What a moment for him. We saw it. We had a perfect vantage point, screaming the entire time, jogging into the end zone in front of his fans. What a moment. 18 seconds left.
Michael Irvin going crazy on the sideline. Miami feels like they're back. Caden Lee with a huge catch. Need a touchdown. Have a timeout. Trinidad will not quit. They will not use the timeout. They will spike it instead. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. I'll tell you.
Boy.
Stealing happiness from all of Oxford was Carson Beck and the Miami Hurricanes.
That play right there changes everything though. We're in midfield now, 11 seconds left with a timeout.
Ball can get to the end zone. Let's get some more yards. They do. What a play. What a catch by Dejon Stribling. 5 seconds left. Timeout taken. Here we go.
Third and final timeout.
Boys, they're going to be coming your way. If Trinidad Chambliss hits a last-second cutter to win the Fiesta Bowl, the movie needs to be released tomorrow.
The way that this has gone, I wouldn't be shocked at all. I really wouldn't.
Carson Beck praying to the Lord and also to the football gods. Please, one play for the Hurricanes to relive something they haven't had in 20-plus years. Thank you to the Fiesta Bowl for being such a damn great game, year in, year out.
We got a picket fence back here.
Trinidad Chambliss. Timeout, Cristobal. We're going Kodak.
I like it.
Polaroid.
Charge timeout. Miami,
let's get a picture of what they're thinking, and let's match up properly. Did you see anything from their alignment that you would change?
It looked like empty personnel. Right now, obviously, you've got to worry about where the receivers are aligned, but you always have to worry about Trinidad extending the play, getting more matchups. If you're the defense, you just want to get back there. You expect this to be the last play and bat it down. Knock it down. Don't try to be a hero and go up and intercept it, create another tip. Just try to bat it down and get out of here with a win if you're Miami.
Yeah, and don't let Trinidad, hang around out there and buy time. You saw Messidor and Bain were both here on the same side on this last play before the snap, obviously before the timeout. They were on the field side, not to the boundary. They were to where all the space was in the field, so Trinidad can't get out there and buy a bunch of time.
There's obviously multiple different trains of thought on the defensive side. Bring pressure and get the ball out quick, or sit back and try to make a play on the ball. Offensive linemen are hoping they're bringing 3.
Absolutely, hope for 3, because then you can get double teams across the board, and the back can help one of the tackles.
Messidor and Bain both lined up to the field here.
Empty again.
Looks like they're bringing 3. That they do. Trinidad pushed out to his left, throws up an alley-oop, incomplete. The Miami Hurricanes have won the Fiesta Bowl and are headed to the national championship. Congratulations, football. Congratulations, society. The U is back in a big way. Hey, congrats, brother.
Wow. When you talk about the U being back,
let's go.
the U ain't back until they playing
Shamar Brown,
and
the
winning
closer.
national championships. That's when the U will be back.
Ray
What
Lewis,
a game.
Michael Phelps walking the field. What an insane scene here. Shamar Brown, the closer, comes down, celebrates with the fans. Bauman does the same. Pete Golding and the Ole Miss team, certainly a special story of resiliency and mental toughness that the sporting world should celebrate for years to come. But the Miami Hurricanes are a physical, tough bunch that whenever they needed it most, were able to put together a drive to punch their ticket to the national championship, T-Butt.
Yeah, man, and when you talk about winning a championship or playing in a championship, it's about how you respond. How do you respond in big moments? This is how they finished the game with Ethan O'Connor down the field, one-on-one physical. We know these Hail Marys last play, that flag isn't coming out. Down, but way to respond, win this game, and when it meant the most, Carson Beck had an unbelievable drive, got it all the way down the field and ran it into the end zone himself for the go-ahead touchdown.
Ethan O'Connor had a drop pick earlier in the game. He's locked up with his guy at the end of the game. Seemed like they were maybe grabbing the hell out of each other. Yep. No call. Ball ends up on the ground. A.J. Hawk, the Miami Hurricanes are headed to the national championship. It feels like sports are right again.
It does. And credit to Mario Cristobal and this Miami football team. I mean, there was plenty of times they could have given up or thought, hey, we didn't really have it. But the momentum swings back and forth and back and forth. Both these teams, unbelievable football we got to see tonight.
Congrats to the Gamblers who had Miami to cover. They did. Congrats to the Gamblers who had the over to hit. It did. Now, tomorrow, the Peach Bowl in Atlanta. We'll be live on the sideline as the Big Ten will decide which one of its members will head to the national championship. Oregon, Indiana. Who gets to see the Miami Hurricanes in the national championship? What an honor it's been to follow along this Hurricanes team. What an honor it is to be on the sideline of these games. College football is majestic. The magic continues tomorrow. The SEC, for the third straight year, will not be in the national championship, but the ACC's there. Who will the Big Ten send? We find out tomorrow.